Hello there, you spectacular specimens of humankind. How you doing, you happy-go-lucky scamps of individuals? Delightful individuals, even. How you doing? How's it going? How are things, you cheeky little devils? Welcome on into the Cult of Vain, the home of hedonism, here on this little corner we call twitch.tv/Vain, or if you're watching the VODs and Vanity, welcome on in. How you doing? You may have noticed that I am adorned with a very different style of outfit today. Many of you may be aware of what's coming. Many of you may not. But that's alright. I don't normally stream on a Thursday. I say I don't normally stream on a Thursday, and yet I've streamed like the past few Thursdays. So, I don't normally stream on a Thursday. This is an extra stream, as some of you will know, because you all smashed donation goals, and therefore got a cheeky little playthrough of this, or a stream of this, should I say, which is the Labyrinth adventure game. Now, before I go any further, confession time. I genuinely thought that this was like a choose your own adventure. You know, you come across Hoggle tells you to fuck off. You're like, oh no, what should I do? Turn to page 32 if you want to kick him in the bum. Turn to page 206 if you want to smooch him on the face. Like, that was what I was expecting. That was what I was expecting. However, turns out that's not the case at all. This is the rulebook for the Labyrinth roleplay game. Okay? So I have spent the full day basically working out how I am going to do this with all of you today. Some of you already realized this is a roleplay game and thought I'd got guests in. I haven't got guests in. This is literally chat goes to the Labyrinth. Okay? It's been a task, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it all together. Okay? Me and thee all together. All right? All right. First of all, though, let me say hello to everybody, and then we'll get into it. Okay? You may have noticed as well, friends, that I have got no channel, or I've got very few channel point stuff going on because I don't want to interrupt it too much. I don't want to interrupt things too much. You know what I mean? We've got some new people in here, though. Aphrodite Sparrow, how you doing, you beautiful individual? And Z-Pixie, Zy-Pixie, welcome on in. How you doing, you beautiful being? Any more brand new people? Before I continue on, say hello to everybody else. I like to welcome the new people first, so they don't think I'm ignoring them. I'm not. I just get behind in chat. But welcome on in. How you doing? Milky Pork, how you doing, you beautiful individual? You still haven't seen the Labyrinth? We've shown it multiple times in the movie nights. How dare you? How dare you, Milky Pork? Here I am, gluing down my own eyebrows in order to make sure I can get this makeup. And there you are, not even putting the effort in. God damn it. I hope you have a wonderful time baking, though, you know what I mean? Alec Wallace, how you doing? How's it going? Giles, you cheeky little devil. Frankie D, you wonderful bean. Happy Time Zone, Happy Time Zone as well, you beautiful bean. Helena the Unicorn, welcome on in. Scar, how you doing? How's it going? Eris Ptolemy, of course. Malthus, such a good song. Yes, I realized that the intro song is definitely going to be one of those like songs that I'm gonna have muted on the Twitch VOD and potentially the well, I suppose it shouldn't technically show up on the YouTube VOD, but I really wanted to start off in the same way that the Labyrinth does, with a cheeky little bit of Bowie. So I think it works. I think it's fine. I think it's all right. It's okay. We'll work it out. You know. Mel Sinev, how you doing? Tigger, you cheeky little devil. Caro, wonderful in. Welcome on in, you beautiful bean. Mel Sunflower, how you doing? Emma Dragon Queen, hello, you beautiful bean. Of course, Pix, hello, you beautiful bean. Or Pixie, excuse me. You've been sick the past 4 days, but your heart is so full. I'm glad to hear it. Hopefully delving into the world of the Labyrinth will help fill your heart a little more, you know? Adventurous Guy, welcome on in. How you doing? Recovering from a tummy bug. There's quite a lot of them going around at the moment, Malthus. Rest up, you beautiful bean. Rest up. Yeah, I hope you're feeling better, Zypixie. Hope you're feeling better, you beautiful bean. Also, the last few days, we'll be able to go back to work tomorrow. Oh, I'm glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. Well, I don't know. I'm glad that you're feeling better, but I don't know how much you love your work. If you hate your work, then I'm not necessarily glad that you've done that. Do you know what I mean? Or you're feeling better. Major Jiggle, hello, you beautiful individual. How's it going? How's it going? Really looking forward to this. It's going to be good, to the point where I think, from what I have seen, that we can get a few streams out of this. Now, obviously, you've already got a reward stream on Sunday where we're going to be playing more of this, as was your request. And then that's it for the moment, but I will add it to, if people enjoy it, if people are having a good time, then I will add it back to the donation goal rewards. And if people want more of it, then you can vote on it, and we can actually get through the entire labyrinth. The question is, will you, chat, be able to get through the entire labyrinth? We're here to find out. All right, will you be able to fight your way through to the Goblin City? Who knows? Who knows? All right. Normally struggle to get my blood, but my body playing nice and kneel away from me. I'm very glad to hear that, Tigger. Absolutely. God damn it, Malthus. Watch where that finger's going. Good lord. How you doing, Emma? How's it going? Looking damn good. Thank you very much. I need to show you the wig. Before we start. I need to show you the wig. But yeah, fancy makeup. Yes, thank you very much. Going for the full Jareth look for Yuto. Fuyuto, is that how you pronounce your name? Futa Fugo? I can't remember. I'm sure you've told me and I can't remember. Memi, how you doing, you beautiful individual? Life killed me, but I'm alive again. I'm glad that you're back with us. You know, a little bit of necromancy always does somebody well. Do you know what I mean? Twitch app doesn't like me today. Oh no, Scar. Is there a way that you can get, if you can hear this, is there a way you can get onto like a desktop version, even if it's on like on your phone? Forced desktop mode, etc. Your favorite movie, Mel? Yeah. Littlies, how you doing, you beautiful individual? How's it going? You remind me of the babe. What babe? The babe with the power. What power? The power of voodoo. Who do you do? Do what? Remind me of the babe. I saw my baby crying hard as babe could cry. What could I do? Absolutely. Smoke detector alarm. Beep. Well, there's nothing I've got to worry about. The only thing smoking in here is me. Ooh. Love the movie. One of my absolute favorites. A little addicted, and Barry was just Oh yeah, absolutely. Couldn't agree more. Potter Double D, how you doing, you beautiful being? How's it going? Both equally wrinkly. Oh lordy. Oh, smooching Hoggles. Yeah, exactly. Smooching Hoggles' face. Smooching a scrotum. Who knows? I'm gonna be relatively clean, I will say, when it comes to the adventure through the labyrinth, because I don't want to ruin everybody's memories of it, including my own. Do you know what I mean? Including my own. Zabadian coming in.
The only time when you have too much fuel is when you are on fire.
Touche. Or I would raise you. You've put the wrong fuel in your car. You've put a diesel into an unleaded. Then I would say that there's definitely too much fuel. Zabadian, thank you very much for coming in with the 6 months of your gift sub for Eris Ptolemy, or from Eris Ptolemy, should I say. Now inscribe your name on the mirror vein. By having your name upon the mirror vein, it means you get access to my personal Snapchat. Not a bum Snapchat. In fact, technically, it's a metaphorical Snapchat because it doesn't even exist anymore. And of course, you get access to all those sexy little emotes. But the most important thing is you go roll over every morning, look in the mirror, and go, God, do I look rough? But God damn, do I make rough look good? Oh, sexy. Oh, yes, meow. You know, you cheeky devil. There you go. This keeps spinning round. I need a new one of these. This is a shitty plastic version, and I'm not a fan of it. Oh, hello, Alexander Griffin. Have I got you all hot under the collar with my very sexy tight trousers? I can understand. It's very glorious, you know. Looking good. Glad to hear it likes views. Absolutely. Ms. Kitty Lee, how you doing, you beautiful individual? You've seen Labyrinth? Glad to hear it. How's the bulge? Well compact. The bulge is well compact, relaxed views. I'm wearing dance pants today, so you shouldn't be able to see a single contour of my nethers. Specifically so that nobody can see a single contour of my nethers. So, yeah. Could use Voltaire's version, might be copyright free. Oh, well, to be fair, the music we're listening to at the moment should be okay, because it is Labyrinth-based ambient music. There's just like background ambient music, but we'll be fine. We'll work it all out. We'll be okay. Be all right. There's some people who are difficult to draw from, entirely doctor's surgery. Oh, I'm good to hear that. Well, I'm good that it's normally bad, but I'm glad that today wasn't that way. Do you know what I mean? Mortimer Manama, how you doing, you beautiful individual? Oh, your face makes me want to play with your delicate and shiny balls in one hand. What about both hands? I used to be able to do that once upon a time. I have the crystal balls upstairs somewhere, but I couldn't be asked to go find them with everything else that was going on. I returned from Edinburgh, where a wildfire broke out, to return back to my mountains, where the wildfire is still burning. Oh, okay, all right, okay. You returned from Edinburgh, so there wasn't enough wildfire. Is that what you're telling me, Major Jiggle? There wasn't enough wildfire, so you decided to go back to where there was more wildfire. Okay, I got you. I think I understand. Ilawana, how you doing? How's it going? Hello, Mr. Bowie. What do you sing this evening? Well, we don't know. We'll see how we get on. You know. It depends how far you get through the Goblin City. You know what I mean? Through the Labyrinth. I'm starting to think I'm a fire sprite. Maybe. To be honest with you. Where's the dandelion mix with cousin Wig?
Yeah, you subscribe.
Oh my lording.
Most kind.
Look what you started. One True Cripple.
Thanks to at Max Wattage for
Look
my
what you started.
gift.
We should have vetoed these 2 streams from the cheap hype trains. We should have vetoed them from the hype trains. But here we are. One True Cripple, you beautiful being. Thank you very much for coming in with a 4 months from your gift sub from Max Wattage there. I should now describe your name upon the mirror vein. One True Cripple, your name is now inscribed upon the mirror vein. By having your name upon the mirror vein, it means you get access to my personal Snapchat. Not a bum Snapchat, you cheeky devil. And of course you get... God damn it, Major Jiggle.
Most kind.
Confound thee. Thank you very much for giving us up into the community there. Lots of numbers. By having their name upon the mirror vein, they may also get access to my personal Snapchat. Not a bum Snapchat. Of course, you get access to all the sexy little emotes with the most important thing. The most important thing is you go roll over every morning, look in the mirror, and go, God, do I look rough? But God damn, do I make rough look good? Ooh, sexy. Oh, yes, meow, you know? I'll walk over there in a minute. You can get to see the full outfit, all right? Get to see the full outfit. Vexatious Quipster, how you doing? Frax, you cheeky little devil, just keep turning left. No.
Panda to
because it's not that works for a maze. It doesn't work for a labyrinth.
Just like that. No dad jokes at it.
Second carriage connected.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad that there's no dad jokes, Scar. I'm glad that there's no dad jokes. It vexes me that we've already got to a second carriage of a hype train yet.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Major Jiggle.
Most kind.
Major Jiggle. Gosh darn it. Listen, Major Jiggle. Don't you be coming over here, getting all happy with your subscriptions and the hype train, gifting to the community. God damn. Who did you gift to? Okay. I've inscribed their name upon the mirror vein. Wasn't me, you can't prove it. You bloody well can. Your name's right there. By having your name upon the mirror vein, it means you get access to my personal Snapchat. No, mum, Snapchat, of course, you get access to all the sexy little emotes with the most important thing. The most important thing is you'll roll over every morning, look in the mirror and go, God, do I look rough? Where are you? There you are. But goddamn, do I make rough look good? Ooh, sexy. Oh, yes, meow, you know? Yeah, no, you cheeky devils. Ginger Lily, hello, you beautiful bean. How you doing? How's it going? Oh my God.
Most kind.
Do you wear wigs? Would you wear a wig now? That is from a very specific interview during Lord of the Rings. For those people that didn't know. All right. God damn it, Rach. Thank you very much for the gifted sub to...
Panda to
do you wear wigs?
Panda to it. Panda to it.
Would you wear a wig now?
Did you hear they invented the fastest sandwich? They called it the Autobahn Me.
I hate this. I hate this, Emma. I hate this. God damn it. You hate me? I hate your 100 little panderings. And the joke. Tomorrow is cancelled. No! No, I need you, Sembar. I need you. I need you to make my computer better than it is now. I've inscribed, do you wear wigs? On the mirror vein. By having your name upon the mirror vein, it means you get access to my personal Snapchat, no bum Snapchat. Of course, you get access to all the sexy little emos with the most important thing. The most important thing is you go roll over every morning, look in the mirror and go, God, do I look rough? But God damn, do I make rough look good? Ooh, sexy. Oh, yes. Yeah, you know? Gosh darn it. How you doing, Rach? How's it going? I haven't even said hello to everybody yet. Yeah, the wig is a whole thing. The wig is a whole thing. Absolutely. I played this long ago then, I wish to admit it. Really, Ginger Lily, you actually have played this before? Yeah. It looks very, very fun. From what I've read so far, what I've literally spent all day doing, making sure that I have some description and adventure for all of you. Fortunately, it has lots of scenarios in the book, which makes it a little bit easier. You hit me so hard with the nostalgia with this Labyrinth stuff. It's been a while since I watched the movie, listened to the music. We did a watch party of the movie a little while ago in the Discord because a few people hadn't seen it, and there was loads of people who came and saw it, which was absolutely amazing. Phantom Zandra, Zandria, excuse me, how you doing, you beautiful individual? Saw the reel on Facebook. That wig is well interesting. A nice way to put it, I guess. It's a whole thing. I'll show you momentarily. I'll catch up with chat a little bit. Do you know what I mean? Just a little bit. Danae Raven, how you doing? How's it going? Bit of matte hairspray and some back combing, you know? You'd look better. Me personally, I have tried doing that before. And I looked like somebody had taken a volcano and a tornado, combined it into one thing, and put it on my skull. It was a choice. It was a choice, to say the least. Where's my labyrinth? In my nethers. Where else do you expect it to be? You know, gonna get that wig and get Tina Turner this do a Tina Turner this weekend. Yeah. My eyes are open. I'm awake, but awake I am not. Entirely fair. Well, fortunately, we're going to be jumping into the world of the Labyrinth, so you won't have to worry about being awake. Awake is optional for Labyrinth, right? Reb Gresh, how you doing? Anastasia, hello, you beautiful bean. If the worm says go left, go right, done. I mean, possibly, but then what do you actually learn if that's the case? Do you know what I mean? What do you actually learn if that's the case? There will be some familiar characters and some familiar species in there. I didn't realize that they weren't all types of goblin, but apparently they're all different like species of creature, which is amazing. Too much fuel, me on the 5th coffee. Touche. You don't want to go that way. If you go that way, it'll take you straight to the castle. That's true. That is very, very true. How's it going, Qualia? Hello, you beautiful mean. The eye makeup's so good. Thank you very much. It was another scenario where I had to glue down part of my eyebrows, but it works. I've managed to make it work. It works. It's all right. It's okay. Coffee has lost all meaning. Coffee is life. Coffee is a conundrum. Entirely fair. Ladies and gentlemen, and all genders outside in between, if you have got hype train emotes, could you please throw them out? And I'd say a massive thank you to all those people that subbed, that gifted subbed, that threw all those little bees out there. That is very, very kind of you, especially as I don't normally stream on a Thursday and we've got a million things to do. I want to get through an entire stage of the Labyrinth today. But we'll find out how that goes. You know? Excessive idling, how you doing? Tedious melody, beautiful individual. Goblin, an entire city? No, I'll have a sore jaw after that. I'm sure you will. Good lord. What can I say? I create spark wherever I roam. I've heard that about you, for sure. Loki the Kashi, how you doing? By not getting them done, you'll get through a hype train sooner. Or by not vetoing them, that is true. And now, because the hype train is gone, we are able to have an entire hour's worth of peace, because that's the minimum setting that I can allow, you know? New to Twitch and have no clue what a hype train is, but it matches my brain whimsy. So Aphrodite Sparrow. So Twitch, obviously you are here on Twitch, it's a live stream platform. A hype train is basically when people like are generous together. So if people like donate 100 little biddies, or they subscribe, or 2 people subscribe together, or somebody gifts a subscription and somebody else subscribes, all that kind of stuff, it can kick off a hype train. Normally, I have my settings at 5 different things. So either 5 different people subscribe, or gift a subscription, or donate 100 bits, which is like the equivalent of about $1. Then it will kick off a hype train, and it has a 2-hour cooldown once the hype train is finished. Because it was my birthday last week, one of the dares that we had was for me to put it on the minimum settings for 7 streams, which we are now on stream 4, excuse me. We're on stream 4 of 7, which means it only needs 2 things, and it has an hour cooldown instead of 2 hours cooldown. So it's a whole scenario. But it is chaotic and ridiculousness and preposterousness, and I'm very humbled by everybody's generosity. Constantly humbled by their generosity, you know? Didn't see the train on. Good. Ignore it. We have a feeling about the train. We tend to, like, if we treat it like an impromptu erection. If you leave it alone, it'll go away. Do you know what I mean? LEJM, how you doing? How's it going? Welcome on in. You beautiful being. I appreciate you. Eating chocolate ice cream and trying not to laugh. Good. You don't want that chocolate ice cream going absolutely everywhere, do you? Good lord. Pixel Jules, hello, you beautiful individual. Looking stunning. Hello, you beautiful being. I'm going to show you the wig momentarily, and then we'll get into the actual roleplay game where chat plays an entire character and we will make our way through the first section of the labyrinth. Hopefully. All for dad jokes because they're the only ones that I mostly get without having to explain them to me, and that was a good one. I hate dad jokes. God damn it. They're so frustrating. Tomorrow is upgrade day. Yes, Alec. Well, providing that Sembar is still up for it. After I told him I hated him. Providing Sembar's up for it, then yes, there will be upgrades tomorrow. Which will be very, very exciting. We're lurking, by the way, today was a lot entirely fair, Sembar. You do your thing. I had plans and forgot you were streaming. That not a problem. Go do your thing. Go do your thing. Absolutely. I appreciate you being here. If you are available. If not, that's all right. That's all right. If we're talking about bread-based items, that joke is the yeast of my concerns. In fact, my own joke is a bit more concerning. God, why? Why are you like, why? Why are you like this? How are you doing? All right, thank you very much, Emma. Trying to catch up. It's been a bit of a stressful day because I thought it was just going to be a case of dress like this and then read through this, and like I thought it was going to be a choose your own adventure thing where it was like, okay, if you decide to poke the goblin in the eye, turn to page 2. If you try to kick the goblin up the arse, turn to page 406. I thought that was the way it was going to be. It is not. It is a full roleplay game, which means that I have had to find a way to get chat to be a character and to find a way for you all to play in the roleplay game, which is different from what I had expected. So now I've had to come up with an entire campaign. Unfortunately, there's a lot in there that is very like self-explanatory, but yeah, it's a very good campaign. The one thing it will also say, and I really like this, and we'll go through it when we open it up, but there is a lot that they welcome change. They're like, if people aren't having fun, change it. If you change the rules, then fucking change the rules. It doesn't matter. And I love that. I like that kind of attitude, you know? Going down libraries might be the worst bit of doing stage cosplay makeup. Sometimes. Depends on what the stage show is. Helena the Unicorn, how you doing? Greeter, welcome on in. How you doing? If Chunk doesn't come in halfway through dressed as Ludo, I'm out. He's definitely not going to do that because he's gone out himself. He's disappearing off. You're going to text him right now and insist on it. I will say that through the world of Labyrinth, you may meet some familiar characters, okay? Whether they're characters from the movie, I can tell you they're definitely not. Whether they're characters that you know from Twitch, that is definitely a possibility. Okay? Definitely a possibility. It might happen. It depends where you go, actually. I've planned it all out. So if you go to the right locations, then you'll meet them. If you don't go to the right locations, then maybe you won't meet them, you know? Lady Lavender, how you doing, you beautiful individual? Happy late birthday. Thank you very much. I very much appreciate it. This community were far too kind to me. They spoiled me rotten, thank you. But yeah. Hope you're doing well. Doing all right, thank you very much. Doing okay. I'm a happy-go-lucky scam. And I'm looking forward to this tonight. Now that I've actually like worked out what the fuck I'm doing, I'm actually looking forward to it, you know? Not that you're counting down at all. Definitely not counting down, Tigger. Definitely not. Not a chance. Not one iota. Don't know what you're talking about. J2, how's it going? How you doing? We've got the Black Pearl. What? J2, this is a Labyrinth outfit. This is not a pirate outfit. It's a Labyrinth outfit. What are you talking about? God damn it. Inky Z, welcome on in. How you doing? Had an extra hour of travel back home. I'm quite knackered. Oh, well, hopefully we'll be able to help you ease into the world of the Labyrinth tonight. Zabadian, absolutely. Racy Novel, how you doing? How's it going? Got to rise out that bread joke. Perhaps we should bake up some more funnies and butter his biscuit. Oh my god. You upset me. All of you. You upset me. You've inspired me. Just bought some foundation and brushes. Holding off too much on eye stuff right now and focus on skin. Entirely fair, Racy. Entirely fair. Take your time. Practice makes perfect. Absolutely. Always had a crush on Sarah, aka Jennifer Connelly. Absolutely. She didn't seem to do too much after Labyrinth as well, which was upsetting, to be honest with you. How you doing, Painted Lady? How's it going? Can we ask for 1 second of the shiny wig on your head? I was going to show you the shiny wig, but you want to see it on my actual head? Okay. So, bit of a thing. The whole plan was that we were going to play this as a reward to the community for smashing a donation goal. Okay, we hit a donation goal. I was like, what do you want to do? People were like, we want to play the Labyrinth. I was like, fucking sweet. We'll do that. That sounds like a wonderful, wonderful plan. So I was like, hey, given how quickly you've done it, I will also cosplay it. Because I've got enough time to cosplay it. It'll be fine. I'll cosplay it. That'll be all right. So I have a lot of this stuff already. I got myself there. If I'll show you the outfit. This is all stuff that I already owned. I bought some brand new grey leggings because the elastic had gone on the ones that I already owned, so they would gone. But everything else I already had, and I was like, I know what I need. I need a wig. I need a good wig to go with it. Absolutely fantastic. And I was like, do you know what? I'm not going to spend a fortune on it because it's only a couple of streams. It's only a couple of streams. That'll be all right. Do you know what I mean? I'll be okay. I'll be okay. I'll be fine. Just one stream, okay? So I bought a wig off Amazon. Very important that it came from Amazon because people keep telling me that it came from Temu, and it definitely didn't. It came from Amazon. And I looked at the picture, and the picture wasn't quite right, but I was like, it'll do for the sake of a couple of streams. Okay, so this was the box. This was the box. This is what it looked like. Blonde, a little dirty blonde underneath, very Tina Turner-y. Do you know what I mean? It's got that sort of roots coming through dynamic. I thought maybe I could put some like blue glitter in there. That would be all right. It would really highlight it. But overall, that would work for like 1 or 2 nights of being Jareth on stream. Do you know what I mean? That would be fine. That would be all right. That'd be okay. However, what arrived was this. What? That looks more silver in that light, but it is black. This is black. Like, it's genuinely like somebody shaved a porcupine. Like, what is this? Like, it's not even very well put together. If I do that, you can see where the mesh is between the layers of hair. Like, there is a full parting there. Look at this. Look at that. What the actual fuck? Please put it on. Did someone shove tinsel up a hedgehog's ass? Good question, Chandria. Good question, all right? I hope you're happy. Belly's in space. Belly's in space. What you doing out there, Belly? Like, what is this line? Needs a bit of a trim, but not bad. Temu Jareth. And suddenly everybody understands why I chose to go with my own hair today instead of that. All right? Instead of that. So, yeah. That's the reason why we don't have a wig on. However, I will say, because originally I was like, fucking hell, that's annoying. That's really frustrating. But the more I look at it, the more I get full of spite. And I have actually... Not that I'm going to show you where it is, but I have actually added like a better quality Jareth wig to my throne wishlist. Purely because now I want to cosplay Jareth properly out of sheer spite. Out of sheer spite, okay? It is a whole fucking thing. A whole fucking thing. Anyway, god damn it. A lot of you rude patoods. Handfire, how you doing? Can you contact Juggle? I used to be able to. I don't think I can do it anymore. It's been a while since I've tried. I'll not stand for you stealing my pirate thunder. I know. I don't want to steal your pirate thunder. It's Jack Sparrow. I knew I recognized you. God damn it, Frax. God damn it. Fun fact, David Bowie is my Warlock patron. I love that. I love that. Jay's got pirates on the brain. He just wants to play Black Flag Resynced. Oh, right, okay. Oh, is that what it is? Everyone's playing stupid pirate shit. And you're all like, we're assassins, we're pirates. Ninjas versus pirates, only I'm an assassin with a little flintlock pistol. I'm gonna plunder some booty. Is that what's going on? Is that what's happening? Yeah, I'm taking the piss out of everyone. Everyone playing Black Flag right now. Even the fact that I really actually enjoyed the game originally. It just amuses me to take the piss out of you all. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Spite is the strongest force for action. I mean, it definitely is feeling that way, for sure. For sure. I'll revise my demand, then Chunk being out if Valen's Jareth package does not change position and size multiple times like in the film. I am out. Grito, I am wearing dance pants. An anonymous user has contributed £10 to the Jareth wig. Oh my god. That wig has to come from America, by the way. I was browsing around for quite a few different Jareth wigs, and that was the best one that was available, and the only place that they sell it is in America, so I have to literally get it shipped over from America. Pain in the fucking hoop. But thank you very much to that anonymous person for that £10 donation to the Jareth wig on Throne. You beautiful, beautiful being, you. Where is my barn owl? In the sauna currently. Having a bit of a relaxation time after a heavy weekend, you know? You know? I see butt. You are blessed, sir. You didn't see butt. There was no butt there. No bum Snapchat at all. What's really annoying is this shirt is actually really, really baggy. So in order to tuck it into the leggings without there being too many creases, I have had to like fold it in like convenient ways to get the fabric as thin as possible so there aren't loads and loads of creases all over the fucking place. It's I tell you what, it's almost like I'm vain, you know what I mean? It's almost like I'm vain, almost, you know. That's the name I was trying to remember. Yeah. Did someone stuff tinsel up a hedgehog's ass? Good question. Good fucking question. It's like shave your own merkin 70s edition. Is there a gherkin lurking in your merkin? That's the real question. That's the real question. Iggy Stardust. Oh my god, Dapper Cogsworth. How you doing, buddy? How's it going? How's it going? Somersault, welcome on in. How you doing, you beautiful bean? Clips are ready. Oh my god. Why? Why would you do this to me, friends? Why? I thought we were friends. You do this to me now? God damn it. God damn it. Perfection, no notes. That's the thing is, it's amazing. Isn't it amazing, friends? How I can wear something like this. Beautiful thin leggings. A glorious cashmere rug all on display. Beautiful makeup. I've even got my my little Labyrinth earrings on. My door knocker earrings. You know, I've done all of that. Done the whole shebang. Looks exquisite. Looks tantalizing. Looks sexual. God damn, a powerful lust in the loins, a quivering in the quim. Put the wig on, instantly fucking disgusting. Instantly, what the fuck is that? It's wild, isn't it? It's wild how one little thing can fuck it all up, right? Right? Snorted out loud and you're not even sorry? Rude, right?
Panda to my ego. Panda to it. Panda to it.
You remind me of the babe.
What babe? I'm intrigued by how far this will go. How much you spent? You overpaid? Well, I was about to say I'm sending it back. I've already like it literally arrived. I opened it, popped it out of the box, and went nope, and immediately filed the return forms. It was just like nope, not having it. Not having it. Lena Laura, welcome on in. How you doing? It's like 80s rock style met 90s spike hair. It's like 80s rock style met plastic.
Panda to it.
The babe with the power.
Is it babe with the power? You remind me of the babe. Oh, babe. The babe with the power. What power? There you go. What power? I was skipping ahead a line there in my brain. I was like, hoodoo? No, that was Danae Raven. Power of hoodoo. There you go. What power? Thank you very much, the 100 little panderings, Malface, and Shade and Sunshine there. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Like, be cosplayer? At some stage, I will do that. God damn it, Sway! I wondered where the people got the information about the throne wish list from. Confound thee. Confound thee. You are actually a pirate? That doesn't surprise me, Alexandra. I've heard about the booty you like to plunder. I've heard all about it, you know. Don't make fun of plundering booty. I will always make fun of pirates. Mainly because Disney ruined them. I love exploration games. Love the sea shanties. I have coin collection referred to as my treasure. I am 100% a pirate. Wow. I love it. I love it. There's an unconfirmed rumor that Steed Bonnet, the gentleman pirate, is one of my ancestors. So I'll be clinging to that piracy legacy forever. I love it. I love it. On board it. I'm supposed to start with a rude word. Did I break? No, you don't have to start with a rude word. No. You don't have to start with a rude word here at all, Aphrodite. If you've come over from other platforms, you will notice that I am somewhat censored on other platforms because the algorithm completely fucks you if you like say swear words, or if you are particularly explicit. Certain words basically censor your thing, and I see it all the time because my views are quite good at the moment. So like when you're getting views in the few thousands and then suddenly you get a video that's like 200 views, it's like, okay, what's going on there? What's happening there? And you really do get to see the difference in the ratio there. However, here's game on. Here doesn't matter. We're all for it. We're all for it here for sure. Swear all you bloody want. You're so vain. I bet you think this raid is about you. Well, today it's all about you. The wonderful community. How's it going, Bionic Bear Man? How you doing? How you doing, Shade and Sunshine? How's it going, you beautiful being? And Danae Raven, of course, I didn't actually say hello to you. But you could make it work. I mean, well, I couldn't make that wig work. I don't think anybody could make that wig look sexual. Not tantalizing. Not alluring. The best they could do is make it look passable. You know what I mean? Passable at best. Oh, right then. Friends. Chums. Shall we engage ourselves in some wonderful, glorious, spectacular Labyrinth? And the best thing is that I have also got this wonderful camera here, so that you can see the wonders and the spectacular gloriousness. Oh yes, you get to see the wonders. Have I got a good? Is there a gallery? I'm sure the gallery. Here you go. That is where you will be going today, friends. Into the Labyrinth. Oh. Okay. So, this is the Labyrinth roleplay game. As much as it says adventure game, it is a roleplay game. I thought it was a choose your own adventure. It definitely isn't a choose your own adventure. It's definitely a roleplay game. Okay? For starters. Now, I've got myself a little thing here with the dice. I will be rolling for you, but I'll be rolling here as part and parcel of it. Okay? So, whenever there is a challenge, I will roll for you, and we will do it that way. Why? Because I like to roll physical dice. Do you know what I mean? Now, you might be wondering. What is it that you will be playing? It's a TTRPG. Oh yeah, Rach. It is a full tabletop roleplay game, and as a result, all of the things that I had planned today have been thrown out the fucking window while I worked out how the fuck I can play this game with chat. How is it that I am going to be able to play this game with chat? And the answer is by making you a character sheet. Yes, friends, you are going to be a person that has been taken by the Goblin King into the Labyrinth. You might ask what person you are. You are Brat-ley Chat-sworth. There he is. Brat-ley Chat-sworth. What a wonderful person he is as well. Okay. What the heck kind of fun thing is this? Rebel Nay, how you doing, you beautiful individual? If I've got a mod available, could I get a shout for Rebel Nay? Actually, I don't know whether I do. It's alright, I can do it here. I can do it here. Alright. Okay. It's alright, I got this. I got this. There we go. People go check out Rebel Nay. Rebel Nay's a very, very good friend of mine. Happy-go-lucky scamp of an individual who I love very, very dearly. Oh god, I've got 2 lots of chat everywhere. That one? Get rid of that one. Okay, cool. Oh god, and then why is that chat overlay? There we go. Now that's better. That's better. Sweet, we have crochet hooks. What I tried to do, friends, was I tried to think of things that characterize a lot of the community. Not everybody in the community, but a lot of the community, okay? So, the way that the game works is that each of the... In fact, you know what? I can literally show you. Let's get rid of Brat-ley for a while. We can go through, like, rules and regulations and stuff. So it goes through, like, getting started, like, how it works with the game, what the game is. This is where I learned that the actual game is a roleplay game and not a choose-your-own-adventure, okay? Things that you need: dice, pen and paper, the character sheet itself, which I have obviously stolen off the internet to give all to you, and then the dynamics of making a character, okay? So the first dynamic is that you create your characters and then you run the adventure. The characters that you can play, you've got to pick your kin, which is to say that you pick your race, your species, as it were. You get dwarf, like Hoggle. One of the fireys, which are the creatures that can pull their heads off and what have you. A human, which is what I've decided you all are. A knight of yore, which is Sir Didymus. A horned beast, which is like Ludo. You can even play a worm. Absolutely. Or you have the ability to make up your own character if you want to. You can play a goblin and stuff like that as well. Yeah, the reason why there's holes in the book is because that's where the dice live. Like that. Which I thought was very, very cool. So, you know. So there are ways like you can make your entire character based on that. If you pick a different species, then you pick up one of their character traits as well. Like, oh, that was right. The goblin was just there next to the fireys. So, like the goblin, under your traits, you have goblin features. Under fireys traits, you have detachable limbs. Because you are a human, you have picked up the human traits. You get to pick up 2 positive traits. The traits are... where are my traits? Come on. Not equipment. Or is it past the equipment? No, it's not. Where the fuck is it? Oh, there you go. Traits. So the options were lifting and pushing, singing and dancing, sneaking and hiding, listening and spotting, endurance and bravery, and running and jumping. I gave you listening and spotting because I feel like many of you are quite observant. I also gave you singing and dancing because I feel like many of you are creative, and it all, like, singing and dancing equates to creativity, okay? You also have to have at least one flaw, at least one negative trait. Now, it's interesting in this game because it's the Labyrinth, it means that... Yeah, the dice live in the book. It's really, really cool. Yeah. Because it's the Labyrinth, it means that sometimes your positive traits are negative, and sometimes your negative traits are positive. So the negative traits are blunt. You say what you mean, but unfortunately you can come across as a little negative, if not downright rude, which I thought, because we have so many wonderful neurodiverse people in the community, sometimes they come across as rude without realizing it when they're just being honest. Do you know what I mean? That kind of made sense to me. Forgetful. Oh dear, what were you supposed to bring? You were supposed to bring the maps. Character flaws: often forget things, sometimes very even important things. Coward: dangerous situations are made to be fled from. Naive: naive characters are perhaps young or young of heart. They will often fall for tricks or traps that others would see coming a mile off. Overconfident: the character with this flaw believes they are the best at almost everything. And selfish: there is no one more important than number one. The character is always looking for ways that they can benefit, perhaps even at the expense of others. I thought that, you know, did I call you a 2x4? I did. Yes, absolutely. Blunt. Exactly. 100%. Then you have to decide what the group wants, which is, why is it that you as characters, especially if none of you are human characters, why is it that you as characters have turned against the Goblin King? Why is it that you have turned against the Goblin King while you live in the Labyrinth? So if you are a goblin, for example, it's hard to turn against the Goblin King because he is your king and you are extremely loyal to him. Whereas Hoggle, your friends disappeared. It could be that the Goblin King decided to use your nephew as a sporting fox during a fox hunt through the labyrinth or something like that. Could be absolutely fucking anything because it's the labyrinth. That's the important things. I've decided that Brat-ley Chat-sworth has had their memories stolen by the Goblin King. I thought that would be a fun arc to thingy. So you can't remember what the memories are that you're trying to get back from the Goblin King. But you know that the Goblin King has stolen them and you want them back. They could be any memories. All right, we've eaten the peach, exactly. They could be any memories. They could be memories of loved ones. They could be memories of family. They could be memories of that time that you sat on something without a flared base and accidentally got stuck in the hospital for a while trying to explain why you had Buzz Lightyear up your anus. All right? Could be any of those, all right? You want to shake your hand? I mean, maybe. Who knows? Who knows? How you doing, Babbly? How's it going? Elisana, how you doing, you beautiful individual? And Lunicorn, hello, you beautiful bean. This is going to be quite complicated with doing this with all of chat, but I'm hoping it's still going to be fun for everybody. So that's where, like what is the group doing? The other thing that you'll notice on the character sheet is you got a space for notes if you want them, but here you have your items. Okay, this is your equipment. These are things that you have in your pack. You as a character can only carry 6 things. If you get a 7th thing, you have to decide what you're dropping. Okay, I've already given you 3 things, which is very generous of me, if I'm honest with you. But I thought it'd be more entertaining this way. Crochet hooks, because I know fuck ton of you are crocheters. Yarn, because it comes with crochet hooks. And a tier 3 mirror, which is this shiny little mirror that opens up into 2 pieces. And it's got bits of gold ink all over it, all right? Does the mirror come with a bum Snapchat? It does not come with a bum Snapchat. I am afraid to say the mirror does not come with a bum Snapchat. Okay? I'm afraid to tell you this, you know? Okay, so does everybody get that so far? Did anybody got any sort of questions? The way that it's sent, the way that the game as it's in, like as a whole, works. How's it going, Sister Honey? Does it come with a cup of tea? I wish it did. I should have made a cup of tea before stream, but it doesn't matter. It's too warm. The way that the whole game works is it's all about imagination. It's all about thinking outside the box. I will be taking certain suggestions from chat if you want to try different bits and pieces or what have you. Might do some like polls, like some votes in chat to decide what you want to do and stuff like that. There are going to be certain things that will either give you advantage. So like every roll is like 1 dice. If you roll at advantage, then you roll 2 dice and take the higher one. If you roll at disadvantage, you roll 2 dice and take the lower one. And if you have certain equipment or you decide to use your equipment in specifically ingenious ways, I might decide that you don't need to roll at all. You can just do it. You can just go with it, you know? So that's the plan. I have an adventure worked out for you, which will take us through the first stage of the labyrinth. which is bloody wonderful. I can also tell you, if I can get to it, there are action scenes, but I don't know whether you'll get into them too much. This is what I've been doing for a long time today. It's been a whole thing. Oh no, it's right at the front, isn't it? Not the rules. This bit. There are 5 sections to the campaign per se. Okay? And they follow the 5 sections of the Labyrinth as displayed in the movie. The question will be, like, this entire campaign that I've got planned for today is the first section. If we make it out of the first section, then the campaign that we do on Sunday will be the second section. That means that if you are all enjoying it, if you are all having a good time and you like it and it's all fun and games, then we could potentially do up to 5 full sessions of this and complete a campaign where Brat-ley Chat-sworth may or may not get their memories back. They may or may not get their memories back. That is the question. All right. Got dice, crochet hooks, and a fuck ton of yarn. Let's go. We're ready. Right, there's adverts that are due very, very soon. So what I'll do is I'll wait for those adverts to run, and then we will get into the game itself. Okay? Then we'll get into the game itself. Paladari, thank you very much. I appreciate that, you beautiful being. I appreciate that very, very much. Okay. Does anyone have any questions in regards to the game so far? Any thoughts? Any dynamics? This, I have to say, this is a very, very cool game from what I have seen so far. The fact that it's a roleplay game as well is quite exciting. And if people like it enough, then I would be... Like, if we get through it and people really, really enjoying it and really enjoying the world and really enjoying the dynamic, I mean, they should, all of you should anyway, just because it's fucking the Labyrinth, do you know what I mean? But if you are enjoying it and you do continue to enjoy it, then that will give me the incentive to look at running a campaign with other members, like other people, other streamers. I can think of a few people off the top of my head that I think would be well up for playing something like this. So I think it'd be quite fun. You know? Make a full actual show out of it so far. I enjoy it with the songs. Yeah. Is the music level all right? Is it okay? Is it? It should just be just a nice little background music, so it's not taking over anything at all. You know. Also, the worm for tea. We'll have to. And while we have, oh yeah, you got time for tea before the adverts for sure. For sure. I don't know whether Brian Froud himself, who was the person who designed all the images, actually did some of like the images in here. But like at the back of the book, they've got like pictures from the movie to inspire you, you know. It's very, very cool. Like Ludo and the Junk Lady and what have you. Can't hear any music? That's probably a good thing. What about now? Just really quiet. Now, yes? Okay. Cool. Make sure it is all good. Now it's there? Cool. Amazing. Have you seen the Fairy Oracle he made? I haven't seen the Fairy Oracle, but I do have one of Brian Froud's things upstairs. I do have one of his things upstairs. Right, while the adverts are running, I'm just gonna get myself set up for the first section. Because there are whole things here. First roll. Okay. Interesting. Ooh, okay. Sweet. Sweet. So, one of the things in this book is the fact that there are shitloads of random encounters. I am not going to do too many random encounters because of the way that the book runs. There is an option for it to be, like, really, really long, like a really long campaign. But I want to try and keep it quite concise. You know what I mean? Because if we're going to do, like, one section per, like, reward stream, then I want it to be quite concise. So it's good. Yeah. Brat-ley. Yeah. As in Brat-ley Chat-sworth. But Brat-ley Chat-sworth. That's the plan. I used to have the Fairy Oracle, but it was designed by Brian Froud. I've got a couple of Brian Froud's books upstairs. I have deep love for the work that he does. And Toby Froud, who was the baby in the Labyrinth, was... he's now a puppeteer himself. He worked on the Dark Crystal Age of Resistance and stuff like that. Being is not sure I skipped. Valen, you need to speak to McGreggles. He's making a chat interface RPG. He's making a chat interactive RPG interface. That's very cool. Ooh. I will have a speak to Mr. Greggles if that's the case. That's intriguing. That's very intriguing. I like that. Yeah, Brat-ley Chat-sworth is the name of chat today. No gender, gender neutral. They have no gender. They're just a person. And they've had their memories stolen. And they're trying to get them back. That is the entire plan today. All right? It's the only deck I've ever been able to use. Is the artwork just spectacular? I agree. Always remind me of Brat-ley. The secret of my success. Yeah. Almost forgot about the Dark Crystal. Gelflings. Yeah, absolutely. I once started writing a TTRPG for the Dark Crystal and then gave up because I couldn't be asked. It was too big a project for all the shit I had going on, all right? Okay, friends, so here you are. Brat-ley Chat-sworth. That's you. Up the top here. Oh, can I see you here? This is you. This is what you look like. All right, you don't realize it, but that's what you look like. At least that's what you look like in your own mind, but you can't really see in the tier 3 mirror exactly what you look like, but from what you can gather, that's kind of what you look like. You know? You are stood. In fact, you know what? Let's do it this way. Bring that back. Bring that back. We are stunning. Yes, you are. So there you are, stood on the high rock verge, dust blowing around your feet. In front of you, the labyrinth, looking majestic. Strange, tinkly sounds
It's a raid. Flee,
appear from
flee.
nowhere, and a raid happens. For some reason, you black out momentarily while popcorn cascades from the sky. Ladies and gentlemen, all gents outside machine, delve deep into your pits of Colgon and throw them at the raiders, throw them at these cheeky devils. Look at these people coming in here. I mean, really, could you even imagine? Who do they think they are? The absolute audacity, the scandal, the preposterousness, the outrage. How very dare they? Also, a massive thank you to the anonymous individual who just donated the £36 and 6 in order for me to get the Jareth wig, because the one that I've got is fucking terrible. All right, we'll start the adventure again momentarily once we've welcomed all these beautiful people in. How you doing, Channy? Thank you very much for bringing your beautiful individuals in. Welcome on in. How are you doing? Excuse me, what are you up to today? Doing some co-working and studying. Friends, go and check out Channy. Look at this beautiful blue individual. Go check out Channy. Channy's a wonderful, wonderful being. Talking of adventures. Welcome on in, friends. You have come in a day that I don't normally stream, but we're doing a reward stream today where we're going to be doing the Labyrinth roleplay game, which I only found out was a roleplay game this morning. So I have worked all day in order to create some description of adventure for chat today. All right? for chat today. Thank you very much, Cherney. I appreciate that. Friends, if you're new here, two things you need to know about this channel. One, you're not allowed to apologize. Instead of saying sorry, try saying thank you. Instead of saying sorry, I'm late. So thanks for waiting. Instead of saying sorry, I'm such a burden, say thanks for being there for me. It'll make you a much more positive individual. Two, if you're under the age of 18, I have to ask you to leave. I've got to ask you to leave, for I'm a colossal filth wizard, and I don't want to be corrupting the ears of the young. It's not what I'm about. Not what I'm about. You actually get to see that beautiful blue face next week, thanks to previous subathon rewards. Huzzah! Love to see it. Love to see it. That's very exciting. That is very, very exciting, you beautiful bean. Will you be doing any of the Blue Man Group scenarios and or singing I'm Blue Dabba-dee Dabba-die? Real questions. Terribly excited. The prospect of this TTRPG. I'm always up for a new TTRPG rule set. I will say the rules are very, very cool with this. Do you know what? Before we quickly get into it, I want to go through very quickly what it says about was it not player tips for the GM, tips for the Goblin King tips. First and foremost, games are entertainment. Your goals are a group to make your goal as a group is to make your games as entertaining as possible. This applies to all of the players and you. If anyone isn't having fun, work out why that is and change it. Sometimes that will mean changing or ignoring rules in this book. And to that we say, go for it. It may sound strange, but we mean it. If a rule isn't helping you have fun, then you should do away with it. Change it or make up a new rule. We won't mind. Which I thought was absolutely amazing. That whole dynamic of don't stick to the rules. If the rule doesn't work for you, change the fucking rule. All right? How's it going, Witchbree? How you doing, you beautiful individual? Or Witchbree, excuse me. Witchbree. Just left a Facebook comment. I appreciate that. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. How you doing? How's it going? My name is Brat-ley. That is us. All of us. We're all Brat-ley today. I do my best to not get my blue paint on others, unlike the Blue Man Group. This is my rendition of Chernobog's Demon of Bald Mountain as a depiction in Fantasia. Ooh, that's going to be good. That's going to be good, Cherny. Oh, I like that. Fushan, welcome on in. How you doing? How's it going? The other options, the other things that it has for the Goblin King tips, which I am playing the Goblin King today. You are their eyes. Seems obvious, but you are the only way that they can know what's going on is if you, the Goblin King, describe things. NPCs are flavor. Be a fan of the players. Don't try and beat them. It's not a competition. You want them to succeed as much as they want to succeed. Try not to read aloud, as in reading from the book. There are sections of the book that I will be reading, but everything else I just kind of will skirt over and then summarize in my own words. Run with your mistakes. I've got an idea. In other words, let players just play out their ideas regardless of what the fucking weird shit it is. Make it up as you go along. Use as much or as little of the book as you would like. The book is filled with fantastic ideas, but we are sure that you have fantastic ideas of your own. When reading a scene, feel free to use some of it for your inspiration, and you can create your own scenes too. Love this. And most importantly, have fun. So yeah, very, very cool. Weezygal, how you doing? How's it going? Welcome on in. And Solly Seeking, welcome on in. So that's what we're playing today. Quick overview for the new people that have just joined us. Okay. We're playing the Labyrinth roleplay game today, which actually looks, you know, I'm going to get rid of this so that it looks like the Labyrinth book from the movie, which I think is very, very cool. Okay. So that's what we're playing today. You are the entirety of chat is one character, okay? The one character you will be playing today is the human Brat-ley Chat-sworth, okay? You are very good at listening and spotting things. You are also very good at singing and dancing and other creative, crafty stuff. However, because you are delightfully neurodiverse, sometimes you can come across blunt, honest, but rude. Okay? You have certain things with you. You have a set of crochet hooks, a ball of yarn, and a very small tier 3 mirror that has some gold ink on it, writing names that you can't quite remember. Speaking of memory, you're not entirely sure what's going on. The Goblin King has stolen some of your memories. How's it going, Jamja? How you doing? The Goblin King has stolen some of it. What color is the yarn? Teal. Sure. The Goblin King has stolen some of your memories. You know that the Goblin King has stolen memories, but you cannot remember what those memories are. So, let us go into the world of the labyrinth. There you are. You stand on the edge of the rocky verge, sand whipping about your feet. Before you is a vast expanse of maze-like corridors, huge walls, dead trees in the barren wasteland around you. The sun is dawning. The glow hits the far distance, the Goblin City, the place that you must reach. The Goblin King appears beside you. Hello, Brat-ley. Are you sure you want to do this? You see before you my kingdom, my labyrinth. Are your memories really worth all that? What do you respond? First comment in the first response I will take. Let's work with I. Your world? Do I know I'm missing memories? You know that you're missing memories. You don't know what those memories are. Is it worth going all the way to the Goblin City in order to get those memories? Yes. I always took you for a talker, Brat-ley. But who knows? Maybe you will beat my labyrinth. Maybe you will be the one to take me from the throne. Very well then, Brat-ley. I am impressed by your resolve. I will give you 13 hours. 13 hours to solve my labyrinth. If not, your memories will join my treasure, my hoard of forgotten things. The place that I reminisce, the place that I dream. 13 hours, Brat-ley, or your memories are mine forever. And he fades out in the classic 1970s style. A slow fade into the background, a little bit of glitter cascading out of nowhere. Nobody really knows why. And you look out to the labyrinth, this vast maze filled with different sections that change as they get closer and closer to the great castle on the mountain. Your goal is to reach the Goblin Castle and reclaim your memories from the Goblin King. Goblin King has stolen some memories. We don't know what the memories are, but we know that they've been stolen. Okay? Glitter cascades everywhere. Here, but then I painted my home with holographic glitter. That would do it. That would do it, Petrichor, absolutely. Petrichor, come here, cheeky doll. What do you like, Clement cheeky kisses? Okay, friends. And now we open the labyrinth. You make your way down towards the walls of the labyrinth. With each step, you realize the gravity of your task. Each step closer to those walls seems to magnify them greatly. Each step shows you the true size of how tall those walls really are. You look left, goes on into the distance. You look right, also the same. Had you not seen it from the tall hillside, you would have assumed that this wall was completely straight. So vast is the labyrinth. Around you, you see broken ladders, thrown cages, and a strange grinding noise that you can't quite understand. There are boxes, rubbish, old bits of armor, but no skeletons. And then you hear the sound of splashing water. Dawn. The labyrinth is spread out before you. Crossing over the hills surrounding the Goblin King's castle. Descending the slope, you are confronted by a wall which lies beyond which lies the labyrinth's first ring, a maze of stone corridors. You glimpse from the hilltop. A square, stone-lined pond filled with brackish water lies nearby. No openings or gates can be seen. No footprint marks the sandy earth. So before you is a vast wall and a little pond full of murky water with a little fountain in the middle that's causing the pitter-patter or what have you. There's no sign of doors. There's no sign of anything. What do you choose to do? I say to the wall calmly and say, please let me pass. I'm so thirsty. Pile up the bits. See if we can look over the wall. Definitely can't look over the wall. The bits, you can already tell that the bits are not going to be able to do that for you. You know? You're going to shout open, open, open. Do you know what? Let's start a poll here. New poll. Choice. Shout open. Open, open. Let's make it 1 minute. That's the thing. Sit at wall and ask to pass. I can't do that. And ask to pass. Something significant. We can look at investigating the pond if you want to investigate the pond. Investigate the pond. We could also inspect the wall. Accidentally touched the wall and a door opened. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? Look for another person. Sure, you will look around for anyone to ask advice or directions. Start poll. 1 minute is the quickest that I can make that, so I will go with whatever you choose, friends. All right. I will. Do you know what I will speak to? If this is popular, if people are enjoying what we're doing today, then I will definitely speak to Mr. Greggles about potentially doing something similar, or getting an interactive dynamic involved for online TTRPG stuff. That's very, very cool. Like perception check or something. So you have got looking and listening as one of your Brat-ley's things. Are listening and spotting, those are the traits, and singing and dancing. Those are your options. So it's basically how observant are you and how creative are you. Those are your options. Or those are your traits, should I say. Those are your traits. Let me pull this up as well so I know what's coming next. Investigate the pond. 63% of you. Okie pokey. Okie pokey. So you go over to the stone-lined pond. It's full of murky, grubby, slightly stagnant water. Every so often, the little fountain in the middle sputters and coughs, allowing green, algae-like ooze to shoot from it before it starts trickling once again. just as you start looking in, trying to peer into the murk beneath it, you hear a voice.
Hey! What are you doing in my pond?
You look up. Where there was no one before, there is now a small dwarf. He is round and walks with a bit of a waddle. He is wearing green mossy clothing, like an overall type thing with a bandolier full of odd trinkets, and a strange hat that looks like it's made out of yarn. Also, to your surprise, sat on a big rock on the opposite side of the pond is a large horned beast. Looks like a huge sloth with huge horns coming from their head. They are covered in a mossy green fur, dark to the look, but definitely some plant life growing in there. And she says, "Yeah. Hello." The small dwarf comes over and says,
What are you looking at? What is it that you're after, huh?
"Do you respond?" I'll take the first thing that comes into chat because this is a lot harder to do without actual people there. Salp? Yes. Offer to knit them a hat or something if they allow passage. Fauna will go with that, sure. You offer to crochet them a new hat. Their hat looks a little worn at the edges.
A hat, you say? Oh, I could do with that. Yes, I could do with that. That sounds good. Just come away from the water there. There's a door right here for you.
As the dwarf points over, you see, as in a place that you were sure there was nothing there before, an old wooden and rusty door. It's full of... Oh, what's this?
Oh, you followed me. Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Stalker.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much for the follow, you beautiful being. I appreciate it. As you approach it, the rusty door, it seems to have cogs on it and some strange trinkets. It's a little bit smaller than you are yourself, but you can see that it's a very clear door. And just as you start going over towards the door, the horned beast says,
You could go through my door instead.
and as the horned beast indicates, suddenly a door that you were sure wasn't there before is magically somehow there now. This is a carved wooden door and is covered with moss, similar to the moss that is growing across the fur of this beastie. As you look over to the that door, the dwarf once again says,
No, you don't want that door. You don't want that door. My door is much better. It's a much greater time with this door. This door actually has magic powers. Yes, you should come through this door.
and very shortly afterwards, the rebuttal from the horned beast.
No, you don't want that door. Loma's door is better. Loma's door will help with all situations that involve living things.
Very quickly, The dwarf replies,
No, 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 no. Don't trust that old furry sack. My door is much better. Who needs creatures when you can have benefits with puzzles and devices and architecture? Go through my door. You'll get the benefit of those.
it's up to you what you would like to do. We'll do another quick poll. New poll. Loma's door, which is the moss door. What's the dwarf's name? Not that he's actually said it. Do you know what? He hasn't said it, so it doesn't matter. Dwarf's door. You know what? I'll put a couple of extra options in there as well, in case you're after. You could always go back and investigate the pool, as you were so rudely torn away from it. Look for another route. Or ask questions. If you ask questions, I'll take the first 3 questions in chat. All right? Start poll. It's up to you. Moss door, perception check. You know what, Ms. Kitty Lee? While people are deciding on those things, I will give you it. All right? You take a step back, Brat-ley, and you look at both doors independently. The mossy door belonging to Loma is definitely taller, much larger. It feels more natural. It's definitely got a more living feeling to it, but you feel that might be down to the moss that's growing off it. And for a moment, in amongst the moss, you think you see a few little eyes just staring at you, and then very quickly close again. You look over at the smaller door, the dwarves door, who introduces himself in order to try and win your favor as Gloam. Do you want to see them while you're making that decision? There we go. Let me cover those off. Oop. There they are. Can you see? Can you see? Can you see? There we go. Oh, I'm going to have to put that over here, aren't I? Because I can't be able to do that. The character sheet is in the way. Oh, no, not the character sheet is in the way. Oh, fucking hell. Hold on. Ooh. Come on. Yeah. There we go. Okay, you have gone for Loma's door. Absolutely fantastic. 71% of you said Loma's door straight up. Not another question was asked. Fantastic. You look at both doors, and Gloam keeps convincing you, come on this way. You don't need to worry about that. That's fine. It's fine. Nothing for you to fret over. And keeps trying to take you by the hand towards his door. But you look at him and you say, no, I'm sorry. Take your hand away and walk towards the Loma's door. Loma looks at you with a big smile on her face. She grins and she says,
I knew you would be good one. Loma knows these things.
and then she goes, and the door creaks open, allowing you entry into the labyrinth. You step through. She never actually gets off her ass. She sits there on her little rock, steps through. Can we gift Loma a quick yarn bow? Yes, but I will remind you that you only have 13 hours. if you would like to spend some time very quickly, I'm not saying like it's going to be an hour or something, but if you would like to spend some time very quickly gifting Loma a bow, you are welcome to do so. Yovan, how's it going, Speed Racer? Is that my diary? Yes, it is. This is my diary of my adventures through the labyrinth, all right? You can make a bow in 5 minutes. I'm just being aware. I'm just being aware. 5-minute bow for Loma. All right, okay. A 5-minute bow for Loma. Loma goes,
Loma thinks it's cute. We like cute.
and she ties it just next to one of her horns in amongst all the moss. Yeah, a nice little teal bow.
Oh,
And you can see Gloam in the background going, Loma gets all of the fun. Now, friends, you step through the door, and in front of you is another massive wall. Much like that first scene in the labyrinth, you have left or right. You can choose to go left or right. New Paul. Left. In fact, you know what? Let's fuck it. Let's do it much quicker than that. One's in chat if you want to go left. Two's in chat if you want to go right. For stuff like this, when it's multiple choice, it's easier. But okay, 1 1 1 1 1 3. Okay, yep. 3. Sit there. 2 2 2 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 2 2 2 222. Okay. Donamia, welcome on in, and beautiful silver hair, welcome on in as well. Ones. I think the ones are winning. The ones have won. Okay, there's definitely 69. Powerful. All right. So you set off. You set off down the corridor. You make your way down. It feels like you are walking forever. It feels like you are walking forever when you come across a sound in the distance. Some giggling. Chittering and giggling. And then every so often, a large explosion. It feels like that it's coming out of nowhere. Because everything before you, everything in front of you is walls and emptiness. You feel like you can see for miles on end. And yet, this chittering and the giggling and the random explosion comes out of nowhere. And then suddenly, when you are least expecting it, just behind you, the entire wall blows through. Bricks splattering everywhere. And you, through the rubble and the dust, can see a small goblin with a big, sparky torch.
Oh, don't love this. Oh, it was wonderful.
He very quickly climbs back through the hole in the wall that leads further into the labyrinth. Do you follow him? That is the question. Ones, if you want to follow him through the wall. 2, if you want to carry on and try and find another route. 1 1 1 1 2 2 2 1 2 2 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. Okay, we're going through the wall. We're going through the wall. Chat have decided to go through the wall. You very quickly, move over and see that you look down both corridors or both directions and realize that after all of this time that you've been walking, there is no real sign to get further in apart from this hole that has been made. You very carefully pull some of the rubble apart and squeeze through the hole. On the other side, you find yourself surrounded by barrels and crates. Some of it looks like it's gunpowder. Some of it looks like it's sticks of dynamite. There are big vats of oil that smells quite potent and very flammable. In amongst all of this is a selection of goblins that are all running around with big sparky torches that are like sparklers, and they are all giggling and throwing the fire at each other. The description: this passage is littered with fuses, kegs of gunpowder, and sticks of dynamite. A crew of 5 goblins is scurrying about, tossing explosives one to another, attaching them to walls and floors. All are carrying lit torches. So every single one of them is carrying a lit torch, and you can very quickly see that you are in the middle of a literal powder keg. What do you want to do? Do you want to go see one of the goblins? Go speak to the goblins? Do you want to run away from the area? What are you thinking? What are you feeling? All right. I lick the gunpowder. Is it real? It is 100% real. In fact, if anything, it tastes, from your lack of explosive knowledge, it tastes even more explosive than you would expect. Join in the fun. Just pick up one of the torches, snatch the sparklers. Oh, okay. All right. I can work with snatch the sparklers for sure. For sure. Let me get this page ready. Potentially. All right, you try and snatch the sparklers, which means we're gonna do a bit of a roll here, friends. Bit of a roll. Okay. So, how's it going, Miss Luck? How you doing? So the way this works is you only get to roll 1 die unless you're doing an advantage. Now, as we can see by your character sheet, listening and spotting would give you an advantage, and singing and dancing would give you an advantage. Blunt technically gives you a disadvantage. So we're just doing this purely and utterly from a raw roll. So you would just roll the 1 die. Now let me just double check the difficulties. A 1 difficulty is a piece of cake. Oh, 2 difficulty is a piece of cake, and 6 difficulty is it's not fair. Okay, in order to snatch the torches from the sparkler torches from all of the goblins, all 5 of the goblins, I would say that's a difficulty 4. Difficulty 5, fairly tricky. They are running all over the place, and they are literally throwing them at each other's, all right? So we're literally rolling to see how it goes. Now, I will say, I don't know whether you can see that, but the 1 is an owl. If you roll a 1, it is an instant failure with consequences, okay? It's a 6. You do it. You absolutely do it. You immediately see the issue with this scenario. You see the powder keg that you are in amongst, and you very quickly run around after each of the goblins, grabbing the sparklers, grabbing their little fires as they're doing it, and whipping them all up and like holding them, trying not to burn yourself, okay? Trying not to burn yourself. One of the goblins, if I can find the page again, there we go. One of the goblins is wearing a high-vis jacket and is shouting orders and says,
What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? We've got a job to do. We've got a job to do. What are you doing? This isn't fair. We've got a job to do. Who gave you the authority to take that away from me?
What do you say? You notice while you're deciding what you want to say, you notice that one of them has a very foamy mouth, but seems rather rational about the mouth, okay? Other than the mouth, should I say. The other one's wearing a high-vis jacket. One wants to prove that he can juggle and is constantly tossing, like, sticks of dynamite around, but he can't. There's one that is wearing big stompy boots that are actually slightly bigger than his legs, so he's waddling a lot as he's going through stuff. One is holding a clipboard that has a picture of a cat clipped to it. And the last one is extremely nervous, but in an energetic kind of way, so he's constantly running everywhere. While you are discussing with the one that's in the high vis, the other ones are like cramming dynamite into like cracks in the wall and stuff, you know? If it wasn't appearing real, I'd shoot the barrels. But what do we have weapons and tools on us? You only have your crochet hooks. That's all you got. And yarn and a mirror. You know? Don't you know who I am? Great response.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know who you are. What? What are you talking? What? Who are you?
Well, if your job is blowing this place up, then you're doing a great job.
That's true, I am. It is our job to blow this place off. The Goblin King, he's had a wonderful time, and he decided that this part of the maze needs to go down. It needs to be dismantled so that we can put a dead end here. It's been a while since we had a good dead end around here, so I thought they would be a good one to do. Do you know what I mean?
I'm the Goblin King's guest, and as such, you should take me to him now. He wanders off to the one with the big boots and the one holding the clipboard, and they start whispering together. And every so often, looking up, there's that.
We would like to do that, but unfortunately we can't, because we've got our job here, and our job is to blow up this entire corridor area. So if you could please give us back the wonderful lighty sparkly sticks, that would be wonderful. That would be great.
Ask if they're hungry.
Sure. Good question. Frosmild, Ertie, Ringo, Trowel, yes. You see, are you hungry? Are you hungry? You're quite hungry? Yeah, we are quite hungry, but we've got a job to do. Why are you asking if we're hungry?
Advantage roll to look and listen around and study the goblins and see if there is an exit. Ooh, absolutely. Absolutely, for sure. For sure we can do that. While they're discussing what they want to eat, you have absolutely succeeded. A 6 there, straight up. The corridor past the explosives looks exactly the same as the... in fact, both ways forward and back look exactly the same as what you had and what the corridor you had just come from. However, there is a lot more like moss and debris in this corridor. Like there's a couple of like cages, lots of blocks and broken down walls and stuff like that are still here. Help them by safely blowing up the corridor. Based on that observation, based on your 6 there, I would say that you can pretty much guarantee that there is nothing safe about this. There is no safety here at all. What is the kitty's name? Good question. Florence, sure. We gotta loot those boots. they're just boots, but sure, okay. Have you considered that you will blow yourselves up in the process? Perhaps you should rethink your plan. Do you need help?
Oh, well, the idea of blowing ourselves up definitely crossed our mind, but as you can see, I've got a high visibility jacket on, which means that nobody can miss me, and over there, Trial's got the clipboard, and we've heard that clipboards and high visibility means that you can do anything, so I think we're near about set. Are we near about set? Hey, wow! Ertie, are we near about set?
They all start nodding and smiling at them. How's it going, Tin Ginge? How you doing? Offered to give them a sparkler back if they first show you how to get through the labyrinth. Oh, Donna Mia. Good call. Do you know what? We will roll that at disadvantage, but it's not a very high one because negotiating's a good one, because you are blunt and it can come across as quite rude. Oh, it was a 2. It was a 2. Okay, they say yes.
Oh, yeah, Okay, you give us back the lighty good, and we'll take you to the center of the labyrinth. We'll take you to the center of the labyrinth. You give us the lighty goods. We'll take you to the center of the labyrinth. What more could you want?
Nope.
What do you mean, no? Safely take you to the... Of course, safely. Can you not see I'm wearing high visibility? We only do things safely.
Then sabotage each dynamite setup. I will say that none of the explosives look like regular explosives. Because you've got advantage on like looking and listening, you hear them talking about the explosives as poppers, boomers, dazers, coughers, thumpers, and sparkers. You don't actually know what any of them do. They kind of look like sticks of dynamite to your untrained eye, but generally speaking, it's hard to know. There is like pools of oil everywhere with fuses going through them and like just gunpowder absolutely everywhere, you know? Take us first or we won't get through.
Well, we can't do that. We need to finish the job first and then we can take you. That's the only way. That's the only way to do it. We can't leave this place, otherwise the Goblin King will throw us into the bog of eternal stench. And none of us want that, do we?
And all of them are like, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. Don't do poppers in the labyrinth. Look, glitter psychosis, who knows? Who knows what a popper will do in the labyrinth, you know? Then you can have the torch.
I can't. I mean, we can go to the other side and blow it up from the other side if you wish. But we need to blow this up before we can go any further.
Lick the oil. What is it? It's oil. You don't know other than the fact that it's oil. Tangle them up in the yarn. You could try. I think you only think you've got like enough yarn for one or two of them. You know? They confuse the dynamite for some of the fireworks. I will say that some of them do, some of the things that are around do look like fireworks. But some of them definitely look like sticks of dynamite and barrels of gunpowder, you know? Dance and yarn bomb. You said the gunpowder tastes legit. As far as you can tell, the gunpowder tastes legit. You'd lick it and go, yeah, that tastes like it could be gunpowder. You're not an explosives expert, so you're not entirely sure. But there have been explosives that have been happening, because that's why you got through this side of it. Do you know what I mean? Pocket a stick of dynamite before we leave. Okay. Take an explosive without being noticed. All right. I'll get a gold dice out as well here. Sure. So the red dice is how well you do. The gold dice is what type of explosive you manage to pocket. Oh, it's a fail! It's a fail! A fail on the dice. Which means that not only do you fail in stealing one, but there are consequences. What you would have got is a popper, which shoots dozens of marble-sized explosives in every direction and then blows up after a slight delay. However, in picking up the popper, you try and very slyly, like you pick it up as you're talking away and you're chatting, you're trying to distract them about where they go, asking the high-vis, where are they going, what are they doing over there, maybe we could do all of this later and what have you, and you pick up one of the sticks of dynamite looking ones and you put it behind your back. Little do you remember that what is also behind your back is all of the sparklers that all of the fire goods that you were trying to keep out of the reach of the goblins that were reaching for them. Immediately, you hear the fizz of the fuse going off on it. You look and you panic and you throw it to the goblin that's in front of you. The goblin grabs it and goes, ah! And then throws it to one of the other goblins. The other goblin grabs it, ah! And throws it to the other goblin. He throws it to the one who thinks he's really, really good at juggling. He grabs it and starts doing a couple and then trips up and it falls. And in slow motion, you see it bounce on its bottom end, flip round, and then land in a pile of oil-soaked gunpowder, which I don't even know how that works, but it's a labyrinth, so it fucking will do now, all right? And suddenly, there is a huge explosion. You are catapulted into the air. Along with all of the goblins, you fly in all different directions. The fire licks across you. This is one of the things, this was one of the options that they have in the actual book of things that could happen, all right? Oh my lordy, right. You are singed, temporarily blinded, and you feel yourself floating through the air and then crashing down.
You followed me, you little stalker.
Thank you so much for the follow, you beautiful being. You feel yourself floating through the air, the wind taken from your lungs. This is so good. And then you crash down through what feels like sticks and pebbles and like tree branches type things and what have you. Okay. When you land, you are knocked down and you keep coughing. You can't stop coughing. You're sort of like in that horrible dusty phase of the way that works. Absolutely. Okay. You kind of rouse yourself. Blink your eyes, slowly but surely your vision comes back. And you are in a strange like hole that's like made out of branches. It's kind of like you fell into like a giant wicker basket, but completely different in the regards of like the sticks are all over the place. They're completely in different angles, pushing at different things. It's very, very unusual. Is it the oubliette? Not quite. Imagine the oubliette, but smaller and made out of branches. Okay. Okay, I can't even say that because of the way that you managed to arrive here or what have you. But yes, broken branches, twigs, and moss and leaves litter the entire area. As you pick your way through, they are denser and denser, forming a solid interwoven seal on this side, or throughout the passage because of where you are. You, that's cool. I can put that one there. As you blink, you can see that above you is like a hole in the branches or what have you. And you look down upon you and there are a fuck ton, like you are just covered head to foot in green powder. Like literally the entire front of you is all covered in green powder. Okay. Would you like to look around? Are we in a giant's bird's nest? Oh, good question. Good question. Am I best Admiral like my trap? The oubliette Louvre. The oubliette is available if you manage to go that way. Like this, I would like to point out that in this section, okay, in this section, there are 22 different scenarios in the first section of the labyrinth. All right. I have planned out the most of them depending on where you choose to go. So I've got like a bit of a map going on, and I have planned out where they go and how, like, depends on how you get through this entire first section of it. All right. You will not see them all by any stretch of the imagination, and nor would I want to show you them all so that it gives anybody that might want to play this game with their friends or what have you, the ability to see different things and try different things without giving the game away. Do you know what I mean? This look is captivating. Have you revealed your true Fey identity? Yes, Authenticator. I am the Goblin King. It's me. Lick the green powder. What is it and how does it compare with the gunpowder? It tastes very, very similar to the green powder. Weirdly sweet and very, like, earthy. Like a banana that has gone, that isn't quite, that hasn't even started going yellow yet. So, you know, that planty feel. Are you being Bowie? Yeah, so the person who runs the Labyrinth roleplay game is called the Goblin King. And that's why I'm like dressed like this today, you know? Can you fuck up with a giant rock bird? I mean... So, if you look around, let's assume you look around. How's it going, Moopin? Thank you very much for gigantifying that booty. Okay, yeah, absolutely. You look around, and in the glim haze, you find some eggs just at the bottom, underneath the sunlight. They are approximately the size of watermelons. There are quite a few of them. And just as you move a little closer to the eggs, you see something move in the shadow of this nest area. In fact, you don't immediately realize what you're looking at, but you see two ridiculously long legs. You see them move and you initially think that it's a branch that has fallen from above, and you realize that was actually a foot lowering. And as you follow the foot up and up and up and up, and at the top, just cascading in the sunlight as they move through the light, you see some blue iridescent feathers. The legs are easily over 10 feet long. Okay, you have an option now. Okay, let me just work out exactly how this is going to work. Ooh, okay, all right. So, you have options, friends. New poll. Choice. Wait for her to leave. Now, I'll give you a caveat with the wait for her to leave. Ooh, well, that could work, yeah. What other option was there? Let me check the notes. Ooh. Oh, there's only 4 eggs. I thought there was a few more, but there's only 4 eggs. Okay. And cool. All right, so there's 5 options there. These are your choices, okay? You get to choose what you want to do. Do you wait for her to leave? Now, if you wait for her to leave, that means you are going to lose an hour on your options. Do you try and steal an egg? Do you try and climb out? Do you break through the walls? Or do you search the nest? Some of these have got challenges with them, some of them don't. Okay. Okay. Repeat, attempted to cover myself in green powder for stealth, then trying to sneak away. The green powder is like neon green, Miss Aisha. It's like a neon green powder. Absolutely. Saying sorry for invading their space or making yourself known. Can't say sorry in his Valorant stream. This is true. This is true. Sorry is banned. Absolutely. Offered to teach the babes magic. Okay, 68% of you said you wanted to search the nest. Now, because you are good at looking and listening. Is that right? Yeah, listening and spotting. Because you're good at listening and spotting, you do get to do this at advantage. So we roll 2 dice, and whatever is the best is the one that we take. It's a 6, absolutely, which means that you will find 2 things. I will use the gold dice to find out what it is you get. A 1 and a 4. Okay. Oh, wow. I love the way that they do these things. Oh, okay. Okay, I'll do it the other way around. Cool. And 1, 2. That has not made it any easier. Okay. Oh, this is what the bird looks like, by the way. I can show you. I can show you now. Oop, without giving too much away. That's what the bird looks like. Beautiful bird that she is. Much as I love this, no worries, you take it easy, Sky. Appreciate you popping by. So, the 2 things that you find. Was it 1 and 2? Okay. In amongst all of the, as you're searching through, very quietly, trying not to disturb the eggs. You do, as you're searching through, you do make enough noise that the mother bird notices you. But she doesn't act, okay? She doesn't act, she just looks and watches. And keeps an eye on you as you are making your way through the branches and stuff. You do find a slingshot. It is quite large. As you're rummaging through the branches, you find this slingshot. First of all, you find the strap to it, the like elastic strap to it, and it's probably about as big as your leg. It is a very, in fact, the quirk is it's huge. You also realize as you move it that the far end of it is underneath one of the eggs. Or more specifically, the elastic goes out. You pick it up as you're far away from it, and the elastic itself goes out, and it's hooked around one of the eggs. Okay? The other thing that you find is a roll of duct tape. Okay? However, it absolutely stinks. It is vile smelling. And as you go near it, the mother, like the mother bird, all of her feathers prickle. And she starts like making, like getting a little bit closer, getting a little further towards you. If you can't duct tape, fuck it. Take the duct tape. Did the bird poop on it? You're not entirely sure. It looks a little bit slimy. Nice, buddy, and you take it easy, you beautiful bean. It looks a little bit on the slimy side, to say the least. But other than that, you're not entirely sure. It just really fucking hums. It's a very smelly set of duct tape. Bog of Eternal Stench, potentially. Take the tape, but ask her how perimenopause is treating her. She squawks at you. Ah! A couple of people have said take the tape. 1's in chat if you want to take the tape. 2's in chat if you don't want to take the tape. We'll make it as simple as possible. 1's you want to grab the tape. 2. Okay, equal so far. More 2's. Lots more 2's. You don't want to take the tape. You reach out to the tape and she goes, ah! And you're, ooh, I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about that. She gets real defensive. In fact, you notice very similar dynamics in regards to the way that she treats the eggs. Like, if you get a little bit too close to the egg, she's like, ah! Whereas, and the same happens when you get too close to the duct tape. This game is wild. Okay, you've got your options again. She thinks the duct tape is their child. It certainly acts like, she certainly acts like that, yeah. Oh, you get the feeling that that may well be the case, yeah. How much time has gone by in the 13 hours so far? You estimate probably about half an hour. 20 minutes, half an hour. It's not been very long. Does Mama Bird know the slingshot is under the egg? You suspect so. As you were moving the slingshot, the egg moved a little bit, and that's when she was like, ooh, what's going on here? Who's moving my eggs? I do a lot of things in regards to RNG, people. I will absolutely roll dice just to find out whether something happens or not. You know? Thought it would have been longer, but that's fine. No, it's not been too long. It's not been too long. I know that we've been playing for like an hour, but it's not been too long. There's also bits in the book specifically that tell you when like an hour has passed or what have you. It's also like I'm being very conscious of the fact that it's harder for me to talk to you directly through like Twitch and stuff like that as opposed to playing with players, you know. Are there any pre-feathers around that one can pocket for future use? Yes, there is. There is a very long feather. Would you like me to add it to your... Sure. Ooh. Sure. Yeah. Okay, cool. You've got in amongst your stuff is a stilt bird feather. It is about the length of your arm. It is a very, very long feather. And it's quite floppy as well. It's not like a stiff feather. It's quite floppy, like an ostrich feather, but like as long as your arm. You know? Okay, so you have an option. Ooh, wrong one. Back to the options. New poll. Ooh. Break through wall. Climb out. Take an egg. What was the other ones? Ooh, okay. I reckon those are your best three. Do you know what I mean? Those are your best 3 to get out of this situation. It's only forever. It's not long at all. But with you dressed like that, it feels like it's been minutes. I know, right? What can I say? It's just captivated and charming, right? Ooh, wrong one. This is... Are people enjoying this so far, by the way? While we're waiting for the poll to be done, are people enjoying this so far? I'm having a wonderful time. It's very hard to do in regards to like playing with chat like this. I know that Brad Woto does something similar. He plays D&D with his chat, and now I'm like, fucking hell, that's a difficult thing. But people are enjoying it, yeah? Peak entertainment value? Okay, cool. Very fun, amazing. This makes me very, very happy. This makes me happy that it is worthwhile, because we're doing more on Sunday, again 7 p.m. BST. So we will well, the plan is that at the end of today you'll have completed the first section of the labyrinth, which is wild because there's so much planned for you, but I will find a way to make sure you completed the first. If you survive, you complete the first section of the labyrinth. Ooh, okay. Yeah. All right. Do you know what I'm actually going to do as well? Ooh, okay. All right. Okay. I'm gonna work it this way. Because I'd be like that sometimes. Okay. I'm immersed in it. Perfect. Love this. So yeah, at the end of today, we should have completed the first section of Labyrinth, and then on Sunday, 7 p.m. BST, we will do the second section of Labyrinth. If people need to disappear off or what have you, I will get the VOD out on the VODs and Vanity YouTube channel as quickly as possible, so that people can catch up before Sunday. That's the plan. I'll get it sorted tomorrow morning so that people can catch up before Sunday, and then they can know where we're at come Sunday if they're going to be here, you know? It's distracting me from work. Oh no. Well, I didn't mean it to be distracting. Okay, you said climb out. Now I'm going to upset a lot of crochet people here, but I'm going to say that because you are using your crochet hooks to help you climb out, that you actually get advantage on this. Okay, so we'll roll 2 dice and we'll take the top one. It's a double 6. It's a double. In fact, what is going to happen is this, my friends. Okay, what is going to happen is this. You start to climb. You move as far away as you can from the eggs and the mother that is guarding them so preciously. She peeks out or peers at you with her beady eyes that you can just about see in the darkness. And you move over to the other side of the nest. Steadily, you climb up further and further. As it sort of levels out a little bit, you find that your limbs are slightly fatigued, so you pull out your crochet hooks and stab them in to try and help you get that last little bit across, okay? As you are getting to the hole, which is approximately 3 or 4 feet across, you get to the hole 3 or 4 feet across. The feather that you have pushed into your waistband is floating behind you, and you hear a quizzical prrr. Looking down, you see the big legs moving around the entrance to this nest, and it looks up at you. And then, with its huge legs standing upright, it takes you beneath your nethers, right in the gooch. And you are sitting on its head as it stands full height. Its legs are high enough to step over a wall. In fact, Okay. It steps over the wall. And you are like, whoa, what's going on? It steps over the first wall, steps over the second wall. And just as you are realizing that it is about to step a bit further, it sees something in the distance and quickly bolts and starts running off. And you fall from its back down onto the floor, cascading your way down. Weirdly, though, you start to float a little bit. Just slightly. And at that point, out of nowhere, you are grabbed around the back of the knees and your shoulders as somebody leaps from a hole in the wall, grabs you, and then tumbles down onto the floor, where you find yourself.
Ooh, you little stalker.
You find yourself in amongst a pile of sacks, like Hessian sacks. Thank you so much for the follow, you beautiful bean. You can hear the moans and the furious snarling of goblins long before you know where they're coming from. What appears to be a small shrine lies crumbled in this area, and in its ruins burns a small campfire. A creature as tall as a human, but much broader and more reptilian, has you in its arms. It places you down by the fire and picks up a hurdy-gurdy and starts playing. Surrounding her are 8 sacks, some of which are squirming and sounds like they're containing goblins. And a donkey is tied up nearby, chewing on a bag of feed. As she places you down, she says,
"You alright, love? You doing okay? Saw you falling, thought I'd help out. Oh, don't mind me, love. My name's Rum."
She looks like an alligator that has run face first into a brick wall. Her clothing is worn, practical, and piratical in flair. She looks a little bit like a pirate. As she looks at you, she says,
Do you play? Do you sing? Do you dance? Do you do anything like that? Hey? Do you? Anything that I can tell you with? I'll play the tune, you do the thing, yeah?
you can sing and dance. You can do that. The question is, would you like to? One's in chat if you would like to sing along with her song, her little hurdy-gurdy, or two's in chat if you would like to stay quiet. One's. One's two, okay. Lots of ones in there, absolutely. I will absolutely roll that at advantage while you're doing this, because singing and dancing is one of your things. That's a really good point, actually. Let's pull up your character sheet so that I can quickly do this. Brat-ley. Just add your stilt bird feather on there as well. There we go. Double 4. It's an easy task, so you have succeeded in your challenge. Oh, we'll keep that there as well. You have succeeded in your challenge. And you sing along. You sing along with her. She, as you start singing, she gets very enthusiastic, even though you're not singing any particular words. In fact, you're singing the words to a 1973 pop song, but for some reason matching it to the sound of the hurdy-gurdy. And as you pick up the song, she gets more enthusiastic. She starts laughing and singing along with you. She doesn't know the words, but she's trying to carry the melody to it, you know? Trying to harmonize with you. And doesn't quite make it, but she does her absolute best. After the song, she laughs and slaps you around the shoulder and says, "Oh, love, that was amazing. Oh, that was amazing. Oh, I ain't had a good laugh like that since years gone by. It's been absolutely wonderful to have you here. Good Lord." As she slaps you around the thing and says that, one of the sacks that is moving, like, giggles, and she kicks it.
Oh, shut up. Oh, they don't stop moaning, do they, these goblins? They're awful.
I'm going to take the initiative and say you ask her why she has sacks of goblins. You look at her and you say, what's with the sacks of goblins? What's happening there? And she said, "Oh, well, that's between me and my aunt, you see. My old Aunt Veronica, she was lovely, she was. However, she came in this labyrinth and has never returned. What is it that you're after?" You explain to her that the Goblin King has stolen some of your memories. You can't quite remember what they are, but every single time you phase back into your history, there are blurs and gaps, things that are missing, and you're not entirely sure what they are, but you know that the Goblin King has stolen them. It's like a solid fact in your brain. She goes, "Oh yeah, Goblin King's like that. He's very greedy and he steals things. He steals things that most people want, most people love, yeah. He stole my Aunt Veronica's little boy, her little baby boy. Had him for himself, he did. It was awful to see her. So she came in here searching. Came in here and she said, I'm going to find him no matter what I do. He's my baby boy." We never saw her again. So now here I am, Muggins here. But I've got a plan, you see. I've got a plan. My plan here is that if the Goblin King likes to steal babies, then I'm going to steal the goblins. The more goblins I steal, eventually, I'll steal one that he cares about. And he'll come to me and ask me what he can trade them for. And that way, I'll get both my aunt and my little nephew back, you know? Oh, that'll be a joyous day, that will be. Solid plan, absolutely. Well, thank you. I'm glad that you approve. It hasn't worked so far, and I've been doing this a couple of years now. But I feel that maybe one day I'll be able to get one of the ones that are really good like that. You know, the ones he actually cares about and what have you. You know. You ask her, given the fact that you've built up some camaraderie, as to whether she knows the way to the Goblin City. And she says, "Nah, afraid not, love. If I'd have known that, I would have stormed that castle years ago. But now, I'm stuck here on the outskirts, right in these city walls, made of stone, just trying to get by, you know. However, I have got a few other little trinkets, little bits and pieces, if you will. And if you happen to have any goblins, then I'm happy to trade them for you. Why can't they go together?" Okay, I just rolled the dice at disadvantage. I should have shown you that. But I just rolled the dice at disadvantage because of your trait or your flaw, blunt. And you got a critical failure, which means that there are consequences to the actions. We got a 1, yeah, unfortunately so. So you go, well, come with me. I'm going to go see the Goblin King. We're going to go to the thingy. Why wouldn't you come with me? That's really stupid if you don't. And she goes, "All right, love. No need to be like that. Good Lord. What do you take me for? I ain't sticking around with you. Jesus. What's your problem? Yeah. Look, we had a good laugh and stuff like that, but we ain't friends or nothing, all right? We ain't friends or nothing. Calm down, okay?" Offer to crochet her some nets for catching goblins. Ooh. I will accept that if you are prepared to spend the rest of the hour doing so. So you will officially go down to 12 hours, crocheting her a big net to catch goblins in. And in return, she will give you one of her trinkets. Good idea? Good trade? Okay. So you have officially gone down to 12 hours. Okay. Okay. Fucking hell, of course. What you get in trade, because she doesn't have any money or anything, she goes, what's that, love? You wanna, like, crochet me a net? Tell me catch the goblins? Oh, that's a banging deal, that is. I tell you what, if you do that, I'll find you the best possession I got in my inventory, all right? I'll give you the absolute best possession I got in my inventory. So you start crocheting, and she goes through all of her wares. Going through bits and pieces. There are shackles, there is a weird jug of alcohol, bottles of strange gloop that you're not entirely sure what they are. At one stage, she pulls out a parrot, and he goes, bah! What's wrong with you then? And she shoves it back into another bag. But eventually, just as you are coming to the end of your crocheting this net of hers, she pulls out a little pole. And on the end of the pole, there is a hideous pink creature with big fuck-off fangs on it. If any of you remember the film, do you remember the sticks that the guards were using to torment Ludo? The nipper sticks? You now have a nipper stick in your possession. Oh my god, right. Nipper stick. Oh, fuck's sake. Let me just update your inventory. Fucking hell. All right. All right. There you go. Squig on a stick. Effectively, yes. A squig on a stick. Absolutely fantastic. Okay. And then she sends you on her way. Oh, sends you on your way. She goes, there you go, love. Oh, I love this. Oh, this will be great. I'll be able to get loads of goblins with this. Remember, love, remember, if you bring back any goblins for me, I'll trade them real good, like. I'm going to get loads of other trinkets and stuff. That's the best thing that I've got, but I've got loads of other trinkets. You bring me goblins, I'll get you sorted, all right? All right then, love, you take it easy. And then blows you a kiss from her squished crocodile face, okay? And you make your way off down the corridor. Down the corridor. Soon, you, start walking down a variety of different corridors. This is, at this point, the little alleys, these corridors that these stone walls are creating, are making, like, a variety. You know the middle bit where Sarah is, where she keeps going down things and she starts marking things out with her lipstick and what have you, but every single time she seems to turn, things are different. You're in that kind of scenario where you're walking down one thing and then you're going down another and then you're going down another and you're not entirely sure what's going on, what's happening. Like everywhere you go seems to bring you back on yourself. Sometimes there's like a set of stairs and you can look above what's going on, but then you try and find your way through that path and it's not quite right. Okay? Kind of like that. Until you come to an obelisk. In the middle of an intersection of passages, you find a stone obelisk about 7 feet tall. 6 stone hands protrude from every side of it, each pointing in a different direction. The paving stones nearby are heavily scored. Something heavy has been repeatedly dragged around. So as you come to this stone obelisk, it's very much like the Egyptian style, but it's sort of like made out of solid granite. And there are little hands pointing off in different directions. Each one, in fact, you know what? Let's do a roll of your spotting at advantage, because spotting and listening is one of your things. A 6 and a 1. Look at that. You lucky roll at advantage there. A 6. 5 of the hands are all pointing in different directions. Okay? They all come off the obelisk in different points up and down the obelisk, and they are all pointing in different directions, apart from one which is pointing directly at a wall. Okay? As you investigate the obelisk is covered in like little carvings of like goblins all the way up and down it and what have you. And at the base, the scoring, because you've got a 6, because that's like the best success you can get, you can see that the obelisk, all the scoring on the floor, all the grooves on the floor is because this obelisk has physically been moved. What would you like to do? I will take the first answer in chat. I've got a little annoyance on my finger there. Go to the wall. Go to the wall. Yeah. Okay, cool. Fantastic. Again, we will roll. Let me pull this up. Oh, yeah, we'll definitely do that in a minute. Let me get the next bit sorted. Okay. Sure thing. First things first, let's roll your thing at advantage to see if you can see what it is that the obelisk is pointing at. Is the obelisk hollow? No, it's solid rock. But with a lot of effort, you think you could move it. Like, it's solid enough to cause like proper grooves in the floor. You could move it if you wanted to, but it would drastically slow you down if you did. So looking at the wall, okay? A 4 would do it. Okay, yeah. 1. Okay. So you go over to the wall, and you're a little confused at the time because it is directly the finger is pointing directly at a brick, and you're like, what's going on here? Like, pointing at the brick. Like, the others are pointing off in different directions, but each one is like the exact center of a corridor. So it's like, that's an alley, but they are right in the middle of the alleys, apart from this one that is directly at a specific brick. As you're looking at the brick, you realize that it's a little bit loose. Oh, you press. So yeah, as you're pressing the brick, you realize that it's a little bit loose. It doesn't like push in, but the whole of the brick is like a facade, as it were. And you pull the facade aside, and there, in the brick, big heavy brick, there in the brick is a. How's it going, Katie? How you doing? Is one of the little goblins that live in the bricks. He goes, what are you doing? What am I doing? What's going on? What's my living room? Come on now. And directly in his living room, behind a little settee, behind a little sofa, is a bottle, like a potion bottle, you know, like round at the bottom with a little thin stem and a cork in the top. And it looks grey. A little grey. In fact, tell you what it does. Okay, cool. It looks weirdly grey, but with like, in certain, as the light hits it, it's got like a purpley tinge to it. So yeah, you've got this potion, this unknown potion. Press it, kiss the little dude. As you go to grab the little dude, he goes, "Ah, what's going on?" And he runs out of the door. He runs out the door at the back of the little brick. You know? Do we get small or tall if we drink it? Do you want to drink it? One's in chat if you would like to drink the potion. Two's in chat if you would like to put it in your satchel. It doesn't say that it's got a label on it, I don't think. Let me double check. Oh no, I tell a lie. I will not make you drink the potion. Yeah, okay. Each potion has its effects clearly labeled on it. So as you pull the potion out, you turn it round and it's got a label on it that just says sleep. That could have been funnier. It could have been funnier. It would have made you lose a couple of hours, but fuck it, why not, you know? Fuck it, why not? Okay, so you've got a potion of sleep. I'll add that. I think that's the last thing in your inventory. Cool. So that's the last thing that you can carry regarding equipment. Anything that you choose to carry, anything you choose to pick up now means that you have to drop something from your equipment, okay? You can only carry a maximum of 6 items. Didn't we start with 6 items? No, you started with 3. You had your crochet hooks, which I'm going to consider to be 1. A ball of yarn, which still has a little bit left on it. Tier 3, because you crocheted the bow and you crocheted a net for goblins, but the goblin net wouldn't have been too big. But yeah, you can do that. Crochet a bag doesn't work like that because game mechanics. You've got a stilt bird feather, a nipper stick, and a potion of sleep. Okay. Maximum of 7, it says at the start. Maximum of 6. Either way, there's only 6 slots in the equipment, so I'm saying 6. Worth a try. Worth a try. Yeah. Testing difficulties, traits and flaws. Wait a minute. Equipment. Yeah, there we go. A character can only carry 6 items of equipment. If you would like to pick up something and you have 6 items of equipment, you will have to drop something else or give it to a friend, which you're only playing by yourselves. So, that is it. There are some pieces of equipment which means that you won't have to roll a challenge at all. There are some pieces of equipment which will give you advantages to challenges. There are certain situations in which you will lose equipment. So the next question is, of the 5 corridors, well, I suppose the question is, do you want to try and move the obelisk with you as you go down one of the corridors? One's in chat if you want to try and move the obelisk, and it'll slow you down massively. Oh, that's the other thing. That's the other thing. Excuse me. As you grab the potion bottle from the person's little house, and you read it, and it says sleep on it, you turn back to the obelisk, and the pointing finger that was pointing at the potion in the wall just moves to a thumbs up. All of the other fingers are still pointing. So the question is, one's in chat if you want to try and push push the obelisk to the next location, or you might have to ask again, Masacia, because trying to keep on top of this and keep on top of chat is extremely difficult. So to see the most used corridor, you could do, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So do you want to take the first question? One's in chat if you want to try and take the obelisk with you, which you can do, but it'll slow you down drastically, and you'll follow basically one of the pointing fingers. Two's in chat if you don't want to do that and you just want to choose a different corridor and leave the obelisk exactly where it is. Can we see exactly how far it was moved? From what you can see on the score marks on the floor, it has been moved a lot down every single one of the corridors. 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2. Okay, I think that's unanimous. Everyone, or no, not unanimous, but the vote goes in favor of leaving the obelisk where it is. Ask the finger what they want. The fingers do not respond. They are just fingers. Repeat, by the way, is our crochet hook magnetic by chance? Can we make a makeshift compass out of it in a bowl of water? No. They are made out of highly polished wood. To make my job a little bit easier. But alas, a good idea, but alas, no, they are not magnetic. But I will say that even for the sake of it, say you find a strangely magnetized paperclip that spontaneously poofs into the air, as you do, as any description of compass and stuff like that doesn't work in the labyrinth. It doesn't work in the labyrinth. That's not the way the labyrinth is built up. Do you know what I mean? We do what we can with what we have. Absolutely, 110%. 110%. I like the thinking outside the box. Absolutely. Okay, so you rolling to see which is the most used corridor. Good idea. The most worn corridor. Advantage because, again, let's get your character sheet updated as well, because that has now changed to this one. You now have 5 things in there. Rolling at advantage. 5? Absolutely. Okay. 5 is a pass on fairly tricky. I would say that was fairly tricky, so it's still good. Yeah, you find that one of the paths is slightly more worn, and you know how like old stairs are in like castles and stuff like that, where it like dips in the middle and the middle's like highly polished, but still like this one still has like scratches and stuff all the way down it, but like some of the slabs are like more polished down this one corridor, and that would be the 4th corridor out from where we are, or where you are, should I say. Where you are, should I say. Highly polished. Lots of master... I mean, what? Okay. You move on down the corridor. Ooh, yes. Okay. Cool. Let me just get the next one ready. You move on down the corridor. Steadily but surely, you hear this very high-pitched noise in the distance. A cheerful buzz fills the air. High-pitched voices are humming and chatting. The passage ahead is blocked by a dense, miniature city growing out of the walls, populated by several hundred brightly colored worms. Dozens of tiny bridges span the divide, creating an impossible tangle. As you approach, the whole colony goes completely silent and turns to look at you. As you approach this, so it's a city of tiny little houses and bridges that span across, and they literally cover from the base of the wall all the way up to the top of the wall. And just on the one side, as you are approaching, one of the little worms comes up, and this one's got like a little constable hat on, like a little UK police helmet. Hello. You say, did you say hello? He says, no, said hello. It's close enough.
Yeah, afraid you're gonna have to turn back. You're gonna have to turn back. There's no way to pass here. The only way we'd be able to pass is if you if we raised all our bridges, and we're not able to do that, I'm afraid. There's no way to get here, so you're gonna have to go back the way you came. And you see that the polished steps all continue on underneath the bridges, as it were. P in the constable's hat. He has to let you, only if you're a pregnant woman. Greetings to the worm ambassador. Oh, that's awful kind of you. Thanks very much. I really appreciate that. But all the same, you know, you're gonna have to turn back.
You actually get favorability here if one of your characters is a worm. That's hilarious. Okay. Wait a minute. Let me catch up with what this is. Okay.
He says, look, I'd love to help you.
We could have been a worm. It's in the character creation, so I've made all of you a human for ease of trying to negotiate all of this. But you can be a worm, you can be a fiery, you can be a goblin, you can be a dwarf, you can be a horned monster, you can be... So you can basically be like Hoggle, be a fiery, be one of the goblins, be a worm, be like Ludo, be like Sedidimus, or be a human being. So there's a whole load of things that you can be, absolutely. Can we crawl on the bridges? No, the bridges go literally from the ground all the way up to the top of the wall, as it were. Offer him a cup of tea.
Oh, that's awful kind of you. Thank you very much. Don't worry, I'm on duty at the moment, so I better not indulge, you know. Don't worry, afterwards I'll go inside and meet the missus, you know.
Godzilla time? Bold, Midgard. But okay. Why are the stairs worn past you? So they're all of these.
Oh, well, it's because we get a lot of traffic through here, you know. But we are a trading nation, so if that's the case, then we're going to have to make sure that we trade through, okay? But it has to benefit the colony as a whole. Do you know what I mean?
How's it going, Farnamos? How you doing? It's a great question. Brat-ley King price any woman's might. I mean, I would absolutely be happy with Brat-ley taking all of my possessions as the Goblin King. You know what I mean? Ask why they can't raise bridges.
Oh, don't know about that. Oh, that's, do you know what? Do you know what? Hold on. I reckon I probably could, but
oh my god, this is amazing. Okay. As you are oh, fucking great. That's actually amazing. As you are about there's like, oh, well, you know, it's a trading thing, you know, we need to sort out the things we've got, you know, manor house we need some description of like glue in order to make sure everything works. We've got to be able to replace gears and stuff. There's so many things that we need for a thriving colony like this. And as the constable is going on and on and on, another worm comes up behind him that's wearing like a really pretty little bonnet. And has a big pink nose. And she goes,
Arthur, love. Arthur, do you not know who that is? Do you not know who that is?
and Arthur turns around and goes, What are you on about, love?
What are you on about? You know this one here? He goes, yeah, I know that one. Yeah, of course we know that one. Are you not heard? God, tell you what, you call yourself a watchman and you ain't heard nothing. That's Loma's guest. That's Loma's guest. That's the one that came through Loma's door at the beginning. You know Loma. Oh, I know Loma. Oh, ain't she good? That big mossy old thing. She is the most adorable. She is the most adorable. God, I love her. All right, then you don't worry about a thing. Yeah, love. You don't worry about a thing. I'll get it all sorted. Hold on a minute.
And they go over to like a little trumpet piece. And they blow in the trumpet, and suddenly you hear brrrr, and all of the bridges start retracting. Some of them are pulling back in, some of them are raising, some of them are turning off to the side, some of them are lowering. It's a whole fucking thing. And as you just get close enough, as they've all opened up, and you start walking through, you hear all of these little worms cheering and hyping. Yay! Oh, yeah! Woo! Go on, it's Loma's friend. Oh, it's going to be absolutely fantastic. Oh, it's going to be great. Look at them. You go, love. All great. And like confetti is just thrown over all over the place. Like the tiniest confetti that you've ever seen, because of course it's worm confetti. And it's just spraying everywhere. And you're like, oh, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. That's great. Oh, well done. They can't clap because they're worms, but they're all like, yeah, well done. Woo, woo. Oh, yeah. Oh, they're wonderful. Oh, fantastic. You get them. Loma's friend. You have a wonderful time. Oh, we believe in you. You go get those memories back. We believe. And you make your way off down the corridor. Wormfetti, exactly. You make your way off down the corridor, and the celebrations slowly quiet in the background as you hear all of the bridges returning to their normal places, as it were. Oh, great. Okay. Cool. What time are we at? We're 3 hours into stream. All right, cool. In which case, you carry on down the corridor for a little way, following the most worn path. So you're just continuing on down the most worn path, as it were. And steadily, you see in the distance a large tower It's just appearing over the walls, and on the top of this tower is like a stone throne. Nothing ornate, just a stone throne sat at the top of it. You know. 3 hours in stream, life's gone by fast. Oh, tell me about it. Tell me about it. Okay. Right, okay, yeah. Absolutely, we'll do that. And as you turn the corner, you see the path leads to a big square. A square. 30-foot tower of ancient stone stands alone in a small courtyard. The topiary garden at its base is long overgrown, and on its very top sits a throne of white marble, not stone, marble. An old giant badger snores in an armchair at the base of the tower, beside the stone. What would you like to do, chat? This is what the stone throne looks like. If I can show you without giving too much of the thing away. Ooh. It looks kind of like that. And you see, because you are very good at observational skills, you see that the stone throne itself, the marble throne at the top, is set on a section that is set on another section that is set on another section, and each 3 of those stone sections are completely different. They are, some of parts of it are overgrown with ivy, some of it are dilapidated, some of it has wooden slats sticking out of it to make it easier to climb. Some of it has like steep overhanging ledges. And it's very strange because like the ivy seems to grow up to like a specific line and then immediately stop. And then from there, it's like overgrown, like wooden slats and crumbling mortar and stuff like that, you know? Could we use the feather to tickle the badger? Yeah, absolutely. Gently wake the badger. You gently wake the badger with the feather? 100%. 100%. You go over to the badger. Okay. So you go over to the badger and you pull out your very long feather and you just tickle him. Tickle him in the ear, on the nose.
What's going on here? No. Oh, guest. I see. There you are, I suppose. Are you wanting to get to the top of the tower?
Asks to see the stone that he keeps in his pocket.
A stone? I don't seem to have any stones, I'm afraid.
Offer them a pretty stone? Do you have a pretty stone? You don't have a pretty stone in your stuff at the moment. You could offer him a mirror or the nipper stick.
What? Yeah. Yes, it's me, of course it's me. I'm me, yeah. I'm the old badger, yeah.
Mentioned that you're Loma's guest. I'm wondering which gate to go next.
Oh, Loma's guest. Oh, yes. Oh, I know Loma. Loma's a good one. She's very, very nice and looks after us when we're all a little worse for wear. Looks after all the people that come in the Labyrinth. Yes. Yeah. What? Which way to go next? Oh, that's good. Depends on where you're trying to get to, I suppose. There's a variety of different ways you can happen here, you know. Yeah. What will you see from the top of the tower? Oh, well, the top of the tower sees over all of this area. You can see for miles around. You can see where the feast is being held, or where the brick keepers are around. You can see the giant clock. You can see where the poison workshop is. There's a large variety of things you can see, and it depends on whether you can get to the top of the tower. It's been a while since I've done it. Do you have any food?
Next to the tower, so there's the tower, and then there's the badger sat on a chair and leaning his arm on a little table, and on the table is an exact replica of the top of the tower, down to the throne at the top and all of the placing of the ivy and the placing of the words, the placing of the ivy and the placing of the slats and where the crumbling is and everything. Absolutely. We have a nipple stick, but not a rockade. It's true. It's true. There's no rockade. There's just the nippy stick. How's it going, Nibberin? How you doing, you beautiful bean? Not the stick. We keep the stick. Awards for Oscar for the voice acting. Thank you very much. Thank you. This is why I like doing shit like this, because it just means I get to play around with all the different characters, you know. When he realizes that you don't have any food on you, unless you want to offer him the potion of sleep, those are your options. I mean, you've only just woken him up, so I feel like that would be kind of superfluous, but you could, you know. We don't have food. You don't have any food on you, I'm afraid. Unless you want to eat the nipper stick, which I wouldn't advise. He goes, oh, no food, eh? Oh, very well. Well, you could try and look at one. You're looking for a way out. Oh, a way into the center of the labyrinth. Oh, right, I see. Oh, well, I'm an old badger now. Been a long time since I've been to the center of the labyrinth, and I'm not sure I remember the way. But if you could get to the top of the tower, then you could go up that way and look to the way there. Yes. Well, the way it works, you see, is this little model next to me will change the way the tower is. Now, certain parts of the tower are easier to climb than others. And you can move them to make sure you have the best route up. The only disadvantage is the fact that you can only move any section twice, or the whole thing twice. Excuse me. You only get 2 moves, and if you move something at the bottom, then it moves all of the things at the top. So if you move the bottom one, it moves all 3. If you move the middle one, it moves the top 2. And if you move the top one, it only moves the top 1. And you get 2 options. Okay? Yeah? Would you like to give it a go? Chat, would you like to give it a go? 1's in chat if you want to give it a go. 2's in chat if you don't. Pressure? Yeah. The way they've done this is great as well. Like chess. Yeah, kind of, yeah. Now, I will say 10. Oh, my lordy. I will say that each section has a different difficulty with how easy it is to climb. Okay? The Tower of Hanoi. I don't know about that. All of the ones. All right, here we go. Okay. I have my gold dice. The way that it works is this. Okay? We roll the gold dice. And we stack them exactly like that. Each different section constitutes how difficult it is to go up, okay? So a 1 is very easy. Loads and loads of options. I wonder if I can do it like that. You can't really see that. Fucking hell. Right. Okay. So you've got 5, 4, 2, 3 at the bottom. So I'm assuming you want to go for 2. Then we have above 2, we have 4. In fact, on the 2 side, we should say we have 2, 4, 3. On the 3 side, we have 3, 1, 5. On the 5 side, we have 5, 3, 1. And on the 4 side, we have 4, 6, 2. So, I will rotate clockwise. Okay? The question is, do you want to rotate? The bottom one doesn't really matter, so I think that's kind of superfluous. But would you like to rotate the middle section or the top section first? Let's do a quick poll. In fact, you know what? It doesn't matter. We'll do it with 1s or 2s in chat. 1s, if you want to rotate the middle section first, which means that the 3 would be above the... the 3 would be above the other 3. The 1 would be above the 2. The 4 would be above the 6. And the 6 would be above the 5. 1s... Okay, 2s if you want to rotate the top section. This is actually a lot more awkward when we're not doing it in person. As I am learning to realize now, it is far more difficult to do this way around. It seemed like a really cool idea, and I think it is a cool idea if you're playing in person, because people can just look at it and be like, okay, I know what we're doing. But now I'm sat here like, oh, this was potentially a mistake because I don't have a camera down here. In fact, you know what? Okay, so 1s to turn it this way, 2s to turn the top one this way. Gonna randomly say 4. In fact, you know what? Let's do it. This is more complicated than thingy. New poll. Turn middle or top. Oh, in fact, you know what? We could do bottom as well. Don't know why you would do the bottom. I suppose in the actual garden you could only approach it from one side, but fuck it. Top-notch problem solving. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool little I'm supposed to think. You are supposed to think, yeah. It's a cool idea, especially with the fact that you roll the dice just to come up with the puzzle in the first place, you know? Which I think is a very interesting concept. You know? Roll the dice so it's completely randomized. Stack them on, stack them on top of each other so you don't know what is going where. And then go for it, do you know what I mean? What makes you feel it's a good roll? I don't think it... Well, I know exactly how I would work this out, alright? I know exactly how I'd work this out. I'm stealing this puzzle? Do it. Do it. Absolutely. Okay. Everyone says top. We rotate the top one. So now your options are 3, 1, 1. 5, 3, 2. 4, 6, 6. And 2, 4, 5. If I do that, you can see at least two sides of it. Or kind of see at least two sides of it. Do you want to rotate again? You can get the rotate again. So we'll do new poll. Again. Top. Middle. Or stick at that. Start poll. Don't need to say thank you. We appreciate you. I appreciate the appreciation, but I'm still going to say thank you. Absolutely. Absolutely. You know? Again, if we rotate the bottom one, which number shows? If we rotate the bottom one, then it just... I'm assuming for the ease of this, Zaftig, I'm assuming that you can access the bottom from any sides. Just to make it a little bit easier. If I was playing this like as a roleplay game with other people, then I would, like in real person, then I would say that you could only approach it from one side, yeah. But for the ease of it, do you know what I mean? 311, 211 is better, technically speaking, yeah. It would be. It would be if you decided to go for it. Potentially. Stick at that. All right. So I'm assuming that you're going to go for the 311. Okay. What I will do is I will then take this. Whoop. There we go. Okay. What we'll do is we'll take this. And I will... So 311. I will take these 3 dice. And I'll roll them per section. So the first section, you've got to get better than 3. 6. Absolutely smashed it. These ones, you've got to get better than a 1. 1 is a fail with a consequence. All right? So you have to roll at least 2. Okay? Oh, it's a 3. It's a 1! Okay, I will give you an option here, friends. I will give you an option. You can save yourself, but what have you got on your you can save yourself, but it'll either cost you your crochet hooks or your nipper stick. So you need to choose whether you want to... new poll. Whether you sacrifice the crochet hooks, sacrifice the nipper stick, or just fall. Those are your options. Ooh. Those are your options. You can sacrifice the crochet hooks, you can sacrifice the nipper stick, or you can fall. Crochet hook can be used as a weapon too, it's true, but so can the nipper sticks. You know. We've used the yarn right now, right? There is a little bit left, but not like enough to like climb anything. It's not thick enough to climb anything or anything like that. Do you know what I mean? Nipper sticks definition: it is a pole with a grotesque pink creature on the end of it that has massive, massive teeth, and it seems to be like both grabbing the end of the stick and also slightly tied to it. We've still got the feather, yes, but the feather is not big enough to prevent you from... It's not going to give you like feather fall or anything like that. It's only as long as your arm. It's not big enough to withhold your weight while falling. Crochet hooks. All right, friends. All right, friends. You have voted. 41% of you said sacrifice the crochet hook.
Ooh, little stalker.
Thank you so much for the follow, beautiful bean. 41% of you said sacrifice the crochet hook, 35% of you said nipper stick, and 24% of you said fall. Okay, so let me get rid of the crochet hooks. So you start and you find, even though like there's another part of the base of the tower.
Ooh,
thank you so much for the
stalker.
follows. I really appreciate it. Let's go back to this screen for the ease here. You start at the base of the tower and you wander around. Now you've moved your pieces and everything's like locked into place. And the badger says, good luck. You wander around the base and you see there is a bit that's slightly easier to climb, but from where you are, you think that you could probably scale this without having to rotate again, okay? So you find the first bit. The first bit is like a dilapidated rock. There's a few handholds, but it's slightly crumbly. It like dust under your fingers, and you make your way up a little bit. Then you get to the next section. And the next 2 sections are completely covered in ivy. So easy, like really easy to just climb up. And you're climbing your way up and you're like, oh, this is a piece of piss. But you get overconfident. And just at the top, you grab a piece of ivy and it falls away from the brick. And you start to fall. And as you start to fall, you pull out a crochet hook and just cling on as the little hook of the crochet hook clings on to one of the branches and holds firm just long enough for you to snap at it. But as you do, you snap the crochet hook and it falls beneath you. In fact, both of them fall beneath you. Okay? Never to be seen again. Now, you're on the top. You are on the top and you can sit on the throne if you'd like to sit on the throne. And you can see all across this section of the labyrinth. In fact, ooh, wait a minute, what's this? Ooh, okay. Okay, cool. You can see a clear path from here to the end of the stone walls. Across the horizon, you see before you, there seems to be a giant feast going on in like a little plaza area off to one side. Weirdly, down one of the corridors that just lines up perfectly with this stone throne, you see a massive pile of sleeping goblins. They're all just piled up, all like blockading the entire corridor, and they're all just completely asleep. You see a strange arched roof that sort of is partly like a normal roof would be, and then partly sort of like coils up into a weird sort of spike. And there's a chimney coming out the side of it with purple plumes of smoke drifting off into the distance. And you also see a giant clock off in the distance. In fact, let me roll to see at advantage. You got a 6 and a 5. Fucking great. So off in the distance, you also see like the top of like a bald head, but it's massive. No worries, onion pencil. You take it easy. Investigate the throne. The throne is entirely made of just white marble. It is weirdly fantastic quality. Like, it hasn't seemed to have eroded. Nothing seems to have like worn on it. In fact, it looks like slightly worn, but relatively new in comparison to the rest of the tower itself. How's it going, Tough Pyramid? How you doing? Now, from where you are, investigate around. After real, no worries. Poison shoe, brief reprieve. Yeah, a brief reprieve. You can take it. From where you are, you can either find your way over to one of 2 locations, and those 2 locations are at the edge of the stone walled area. Okay. Okay. The 2 options you have are, you can see the feast, you can see what's going on, see the sleeping pod, but you realize that if you take a couple of lefts and then a right and then make your way through and what have you, you can either get your way over to what looks like a clock tower, or what looks like a bald head. like a giant bald head. Just the top of it you can see, and like wisps of hair floating in the breeze. Those are your two options. Those are your two options. I'm not going to be harsh and make you roll to climb down. I will let you climb down by yourself without issue. As you are deciding what you want to do, you hear the badger from below going, "You all right up there? Oh, I thought you'd lost yourself for a second. Saw you fall. Lucky you had these." And he picks up the broken crochet sticks. I don't know whether they're sticks. Crochet hooks. He picks them up and goes, "Ah, they're a bit buggered now, though. Never mind. You want to go over to the clock tower? Okay. 67% of you said clock tower. 33% of you said the bald head. Okay. Let us go. Oh, making your way back down, eh? Oh, very good. And the badger, the old badger, steadily guides you down. Watch your footing there. Very good, okay. Or you could probably jump the last bit. And you jump down and what have you. No worries, Tigger, you take it easy. I want to get to the end. Well, this will be the last section. I can tell you now that this will the clock is going to be the last section between you and getting out of the next section, the next bit, okay? Need a treat, sweetie pie? I love treats. Everyone loves treats. Hey, buddy. Oh, you saying that to the badger? Oh, I love a treat. What, have we got any food? You don't? Oh, I'm getting my hopes up like that. Okay, you make your way down the corridors, following the path that you saw from the lookout, and making your way along to the great clock. A huge stone clock, the size of a chimney stand, stands at the center of an open square. Its sword-shaped hands display the current time on its 13-hour face. The square is nearly filled with thousands of gears, or of all shapes and sizes. Some are stacked and sorted into neat piles, while others are scattered haphazardly. From behind the clock tower, the sound of anxious muttering can be heard. Okay. Ooh. As you arrive at the clock, the hour, you realize that the hour strikes, and you are one more hour down. So you are now at 11 hours left to get back to get to the Goblin City, and so yeah, this entire journey has taken you 2 hours so far. 2 hours so far. However, as you approach the clock, you hear this anxious muttering. Fantastic. Okay. Bear with me while I work out this puzzle and how I'm going to make it work for chat. Oh, okay. All right. All right. Okay. Okay. This is going to be fun. All right. This is going to be fun, and I'm going to have to do it with the first thing that I see. Okay, do we have all our inventory? You do have indeed all of your inventory still, apart from the hooks that you sacrificed to maintain your way through. As you approach the great clock, you hear some strange clattering and some anxious muttering. And then you hear, what's that? What's that? What's going on? What's happening? And you see the back end of a dwarf ease his way out from the inner workings of the giant clock. He turns to you and he has big goggles, huge goggles on that make his eyes look bloody massive. He's got a massive mustache that sort of grows, his hair grows into his mustache, but you can just see the hint of chin and nose between the goggles and the rest of him, you know? He's wearing a set of overalls that are covered in patches and has weird oil stains all over him. And he says, well, I don't know about you. I think you could possibly help me. Would you be interested in helping me? My name's Grindel the Dwarf. I am the clock tower maker, technician, architect thing. Would you be interested? Stranger, could I ask for your assistance, please? You look at what he's pointing at, and you see a mess of gears that connect to each other that definitely look like they shouldn't, gears that have weirdly spiked gears that go into slot gears. Everything looks completely wrong. Do you want to help him? Or do you want to try and move on without helping him? 1's in chat if you want to help him. 2's in chat if you want to move on without him. Everyone's wanting to help him? Okay. You will. Oh, that's very kind of you. I'm very grateful for that. Very grateful. And okay. What's going to have to happen now is how much time do we have? You are down to 11 hours. This is section 1. Today's stream is section 1 of 5 sections. Now I know that later in the book things do get harder, and there is a very good chance that the Goblin King may suddenly appear and take hours away from you. So you are down to 11 hours. Okay, yeah, you've still got plenty of time at the moment, but you know, the gods always appear in the old tales as simple people needing help. That is fair. I've been a huge fan of White Wolf TTRPGs, fans of Vampire Masquerade Werewolf for years. I've had some very fun characters from previous games I've played, but I'm loving this so far. This is surprisingly amazing. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm really, really enjoying this. Okay. He goes, you will help me? Oh, that's awfully kind of you. What we'll do is I'll climb in, okay? And what I need you to do is I need you to do all of these things in the order that I say, okay? So I'll call them out to you, and it'll go in 3 phases. The first phase is 3 things, and you need to do them in order. The second phase is 4 things, and you need to do them in order. And the third phase is 5 things, and you need to do them in order. And I won't repeat myself because I'm not prone to wasting time, okay? So what we're gonna do, okay, is I'm going to roll to see what the things are. And then I need whoever says the first thing in chat in order, or whoever says the first thing in chat needs to be in order, otherwise it doesn't work. Okay? Time to take notes, yes. I will give you a second to grab something if you want. Or, actually no, it's a memory test. Fuck it, let's go. All right? So he climbs in, As he climbs in, weirdly, oil just like spills all over his ass. And he gets in and there's a clattering and he goes, okay. Right, okay. What I need you to do is I need you to adjust the balance wheel, tighten the pendulum, and then loosen the main spring, please. Have you got all that? Did you get 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 all that? Everyone ready? Okay, all right, okay. And in order. Best one to say it in chat. What do you do to the balance wheel? Okay, I'll make it easier because adjust it. Well done. Adjust the balance wheel. Well, okay, what was the second one? Big Bambi eyes. Tighten the pendulum. Yes, well done, Glitter Psychosis. And the third one. It is the mainspring. Yeah, something the mainspring. It was not tighten the mainspring. It was tighten the pendulum. But I did say in an accent. So do you know what? I'll 50-50 it. I will let you do it. You got a 6. I rolled a luck dice. Absolutely. It was to loosen the pendulum, the mainspring. So adjust the balance wheel, tighten the pendulum, and loosen the mainspring. Okay. Oh, very good, very good. Well done, you. That's fantastic. Well done. That's fantastic. Are you ready for the next ones? Okay. Next, you need to reverse the cannon pinion, free the hammer assembly, and shake the chime pin barrel. Then you need to lock the chime flirt. Did you get all that? People going back into like clipping it just to try and get it in thingies. Okay, reverse the cannon pin thing. Free the hammer assembly, yeah. Shake the chime pin barrel. Unlock the chime flirt. Well done, Donamia. Absolutely, this is great. This is so complicated. I have made this far more complicated for myself than I needed to, but fuck it. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. Right, well done, you. Well done. That's great. One more and we'll have this clock up and running in no time. Okay, all right, okay. Speak slower, old man. Oh, no, you young whippersnappers, you don't need slow. That's fine. It's all right. It's okay. Okay, this one's the 5. Okay, you ready? Right. On your marks. Get set. Ready? You've got to wind the pinwheel, replace the rack hook, remove the escape wheel, spin the regulator, and grease the suspension spring. Did you get all that? Wind the pinwheel, yeah. Replace the rack hook, yeah. Escape. No, wind the pinwheel, replace the rack hook. The other one was the escape wheel. Oh, the escape wheel. Wind the pinwheel, replace the rack hook, remove the escape wheel, spin the regulator, and grease the suspension spring. Well done, Fauna. Fauna, you were all over it right there. In fact, loads of you were. Look at all these. You're just like, yes, we've got this. Absolutely, on it. Screaming Leroy Jenkins to put your foot on the gas all the way down. At that, suddenly, there is a chime above you. And it starts, the clock starts to tick again. Steadily but surely. Steadily, in amongst excuse me. As you do that, suddenly a pendulum drops out of nowhere and starts to swing. inside the clock. And it takes a moment for our little friend, our little dwarven friend, Grindel, to and he jumps through and does a tipple tail out of another little flap that you didn't even realize was there until he tipple tailed out of it, okay? Well, thank you very much. It takes you by the hand, his big greasy hand and what have you. At that point, you realize is that you've still got some like green dust all over you from the explosion, but it's just like, well, I suppose it'd be all right, it'll be okay, that'd be fine. But thank you so much. And you got slime and grease all over your fingers now. Oh, I very much appreciate that. Oh, that was absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much for spending the time to help me doing that. I very much appreciate it. Hold on, you're Brat-ley, aren't you? You're the one that's come for your memories from the Goblin King. Oh, well, I'm not one to really cause a fuss with the Goblin King, but you really did help me out. What can I do to repay you? I know what I'll do. And he digs into one of his pockets and rummages around, and he pulls out a tiny little key that looks like it's a wind-up key for a toy or like a music box. And he moves a tiny little flap aside on this giant clock. He moves this tiny little spy hole aside and sticks the key in and just twists it a quarter turn. And as he twists it a quarter turn, the clock rotates counterclockwise by 1 hour. And he says, between you and me, and I don't like to say anything, between you and me, and don't tell anyone, all right? I'll give you an extra hour on the old Goblin King's challenge, all right? This is the main clock. This orchestrates all of the other clocks in the labyrinth for when they're working. But if you don't tell anyone, I won't tell anyone, all right? Okay. All right, sounds good. Let's do that then. Let's do that. And as he says goodbye, he waves you off, and you walk through past the clock. And just as you do that, a giant cog rolls out of the way, and before you is a lush garden of green hedges, all around in odd hedge maze ways. They all tower exactly as high as the walls behind you would tower, but you're up on a ledge and you can see before you them all. You see them growing and moving and changing paths. A green and luscious expanse of ivy, strewn trellises, and thick green hedges stretch out in front of you. Looking back, you see that the path of which you just came is now completely overgrown. And that, friends, is where we're going to leave our adventure of the Labyrinth, where next time you will be delving into the hedge maze. Is that right? He says, double checking. Yeah, that's right, the hedge maze. Woo! You did it, chat! You did it with still having 12 hours on the clock as well, which is impressive. Loving this so much, might have to get hold of it. I encourage you to do so. It's very, very cool. It was a recommendation from the community. I stuck it on my wish list, my throne wish list, and you people paid for it. Somebody, or one wonderful member of the community paid for it, and I got it here, and now we're playing it, which is fucking excellent. I'm very, very impressed by it. I'm really, really quite surprised by how good it is, actually. And I'm glad that you are enjoying it as much as I'm enjoying, portraying it, as it were, the GMing it. It's a different dynamic, I have to say. It's a different dynamic. I would be really interested to play it with, actual people at some stage. Love my eyes tonight. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Tinky Dinky. Yeah, I figured we'd do the whole thing. But now, a couple of you beautiful individuals have just purchased my Jareth wig, which means that I should be able to order that. It comes over from America, so I don't think I'll get it by Sunday. But if you would be interested in more of this after Sunday, let's find out. So we're doing another one on Sunday, and that's the hedge maze one on Sunday, and that will be 2 out of the 5 sections. If you are interested, I'll put a poll up now, just putting like, if you're interested in more of this, then click yes, and I'll add it to the next donation goal rewards. Because for those people that are new here, I don't normally stream on Thursday, but if we hit donation goal rewards and stuff, then as a way for me to say thank you to this wonderful community for their unreasonably amazing generosity, we do like community rewards. Sometimes they're like doing a Bob Ross painting on my face. Sometimes it's stuff like this. Sometimes it's a movie night in the Discord. It really depends on what the community really wants to do. You know, I try to leave it as much to the community as possible, because that way it feels like I'm genuinely saying thank you, as opposed to just being like, no, I'll do what the fuck I want, you know? So thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I normally a lurker, but have you ever thought of reading audiobooks? As you have an amazing voice. Thank you so much, Loopy Doo. I appreciate that. It's been suggested a lot. Yeah, it has indeed. It has indeed. But I very much appreciate it. The issue that I've got, Loopy Loo, and is just time. I don't have the time for it. However, that being said, some of the rewards that the community have won is, and you can't really see it's in the dark here, but that is the Call of Cthulhu book, H.P. Lovecraft, and this is the novel of Dracula. And I will be reading both of those on stream, much like we've done tonight, where I've done like a roleplay game with you all. I have got those booked in at some stage. I can't remember where they are, but they're in the diary, where we'll be doing a dedicated stream where I'll do like 3 hours of reading those books for you. So yeah, that will be, it's not like an audiobook stream per se, but I will do my absolute best to make it nice and atmospheric and stuff like that. We might get some like fire crackling in the background or some rain sounds and stuff like that, you know, that kind of thing. But again, that all comes down to you wonderful individuals, and the more that you want to see, the more I am happy to do. You know, you very much earn it in regards to smashing donation goals, and it helps me just keep going and doing bits and pieces, and I love it. I love that this is kind of like the way that we say thank you now, you know, the way I say thank you to all of you for just being amazing people. Do you know what I mean? But friends, we are gonna leave it there. We're gonna raid out. We're gonna do the bits and pieces, you know. Definitely interested. Oh, that was a good point. There we go. It's still going. I'll leave that in there. But also, Loopy Loo, welcome on in. Thank you so much for coming out of lurk and saying hello. I appreciate that. Want to see it through to the end. It's a great thing with it being Labyrinth 1. Finishing it doesn't mean it's ruined forever. Absolutely. And you know what, Tigger? Like I said, I mean, we got through what? The Gatekeepers, the Wrecking Crew, the Nest, the Hunter. Yes, 100% yes. Love this. Love to hear it. Yeah, the Gatekeeper, the Wrecking Crew, the Nest, the Hunter, the Obelisk, the Worm Colony, the Lookout, and the Clock. So we got through 8 scenes of 22 in that first section. The first section is the stone walls, and there are 22 different scenarios, and we only got through 8 of them. So there are so many other options that are available for people that want to pick it up and do different things with their friends and stuff like that, and without getting it spoiled if they've seen something like this, you know. Love the outfit, by the way. Thank you very much. I've gone for the full thing. The only problem that I had was the wig was appalling. The wig was appalling, to say the least. It was really, really bad. But now this community have put in to two anonymous individuals have purchased a better wig. So I don't think it'll be here by Sunday, but potentially by the next time that we get onto it, I may have a wig to go with it. I may have a wig to go with the outfit, you know. You know, it's a lovely being a part of it and not just observing. Yeah, Kara, that's why I quite like it. I mean, it can be quite difficult at certain points and stuff, but we're doing that, especially with so many of you wonderful beings playing one character. I hope it doesn't feel too clunky, you know. Obviously, we also then have to wait for like polls and stuff like that, but it's nice to have you all like actively involved. It's a very cool thing to do it. And Shade and Sunshine said earlier that Mr. Greggles was working on a TTRPG like app type thing that the community can get involved in and actively work in and stuff. So I think that would be pretty cool if I can speak to him and see what's going on there, see what's happening there, you know. Because he's pretty cool. He's pretty cool, you know. And with it being a roleplay game, there are even similar meetings. The options for solving it are still free to the Goblin King to make up. I bet there's lots of playthroughs that can be fun. Well, one of the things, Fushan, is they say that the book is filled with like different scenarios and stuff and different NPCs that you can meet, but it gives you, in amongst it, it gives you the tools to make your own settings. So it gives you the options for, like, say, for the first section, the 22 sections for the first one, and there's another 22 in the second section. There are 22 sections in the first one. If there's 22 times 5, what's that? 110 scenarios that they give you in the book. Never mind. Like, they also give you the tools to make your own scenarios and make your own puzzles and stuff like that, you know. And it has like the
Ooh, you little stalker.
Thank you so much for the follows. I really appreciate it. It has the doors that you meet. Everything that you meet in Labyrinth, the movie, is in this book. So you can reminisce. You can, like, the worms, that little worm village. I desperately wanted that to be in it. Purely because, I mean, it turned out that it was because you just selected the right path and stuff. But I was so glad that you got it in it because I fucking love the worm in Labyrinth. Do you know what I mean? Fucking love the worm in Labyrinth. It's a really fun character. And I was like, oh, fucking great. You picked that one, which means that and now I can do that entire section and reminisce and feel a bit of nostalgia and stuff like that, you know? Yeah, it's good. It makes me happy in my little soul. It makes me happy in my little soul. Anyway, friends. Anyway, you beautiful beans. We are going to call it there. We're going to call it there. We are going to raid out, and I would very, 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 very much appreciate it if you could raid with us, because I know exactly who we're going to go raid, because they're doing a celebratory stream today, and it's always nice to go and throw them some love. I also talk about this person being a phenomenal human being, never mind a phenomenal streamer, so it'd be nice to go throw them some love together. Do you know what I mean? It's one of my favorites. I want a tattoo of him. I want this arm to be a mix of Rocky Horror and Labyrinth. Maybe with a little bit of Dark Crystal in there, just because I fucking love Skeksis. Do you know what I mean? But yeah. Friends, thank you so much for being here. I really, really, really appreciate it. I really appreciate you coming along. I really appreciate you being involved. As I said, we will be doing it again on Sunday at 7 p.m. BST. If there's a situation where you had to miss some of it today, or you're not going to be here on Sunday, I will be uploading all of the VODs onto the VODs and Vanity YouTube channel, which I will shout out now. If you're interested, that will be where they are all. That's where I store all of my VODs. There's like an archive of VODs. So if you want to just listen to me during the day while you're working or what have you, you can do so there. If you want to go back and check bits that you missed today, or you're not going to be here on Sunday and you want to check it out on Sunday and what have you, then you can check that out as well. Okay. As I said, friends, we are going to go raid somebody. I would really, 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 really appreciate it if you could stick around for the raid, even if it's only like 5-10 minutes, just because I love this wonderful human being that we're going to go raid, and we don't get to raid her very often because of time zones, but they're doing a special celebratory stream today because it is their affiliate anniversary. It is the anniversary of the day that they became an affiliate, and I think they're amazing. I think they're funny. I think they're very, very entertaining. We don't get to raid them like ever because of time zones and stuff, or because of the times that they stream versus what I stream. So I would love to go and introduce you to her because she's great. Friends, we're going to go raid Monkey Mel. We're going to go raid Monkey Mel. Monkey Mel is absolutely amazing. As I have previously said on multiple occasions, Monkey Mel has one of the most infectious giggles that you have ever heard in your entire life. She has the kind of laugh that you just can't help but fill with joy and just giggle alongside her. I met her in TwitchCon Rotterdam, and we just had a really, really good time together, and she's just a very, very fun person to be around. If you are a subscriber, please copy and paste the first raid message. If you are not a subscriber, please copy and paste the second raid message. That's the first Bottle Vein raid message for subscribers, the second Bottle Vein raid message for non-subscribers. If you are not in the raid up here, please click down here, because Twitch does like to leave people behind, unfortunately. But if you can come over with us, I would really, really appreciate it. So we can all go throw some love at Monkey Mel, because Monkey Mel is absolutely bloody amazing. She's just a really fun person. Thank you so much for being here, friends. Thanks so much for the raids, the subs, the gift subs, all the cheeky little bitties. Thank you so much for the throne donations to get me a brand new bloody Jareth wig, which I'm quite excited about. I really, really, really appreciate it. Friends, I'll be back on Sunday, of all times, at 7 p.m. BST, where we're going to be doing the second section of the Labyrinth roleplay as a reward for all of you, as a way for me to say thank you for all that you do. Friends, until Sunday, don't do anything I wouldn't do, because if I wouldn't do it, it'll fucking kill you. I'll see you all later. Bye-bye.